Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the podcast, another episode of Caffeine and Green with your man, Connor Cardenas. And before we get into it, I just want to give a huge shout out to one of the main sponsors of Caffeine and Green, which is 7 Seas Roasting Company, coming straight out of San Diego, California. An amazing coffee roaster that I happen to work for. But other than that, I mean, the coffees that we're dealing with are coffees that are from Southeast Asia, from Vietnam, from Laos, from Mexico, all over the world, really. But we have amazing coffees coming out, and we have some new selections for you. So if you head over to the website, you're going to be seeing a new launch of a Lao coffee that we have coming out called the Non Kali. It has a little bit of dried mango flavor, a little bit of butter cookie, and some almond. I mean, it is fire if I've ever had some Laotian coffee. That's all I got to say about that one. And for all you decaffeinated woke people out there, I would definitely say decaf. I know. Believe it or not, decaf is finally available at 7 Seas. So if you've been wanting to try the coffee but haven't been able to because it's been a little too caffeinated for you, head over, pick up that decaf. And furthermore, if you go ahead and when you're at checkout, use code CANG, all one word, CANDG at checkout, you're going to get the deal 3 for $30. You can get the non-Kali, you can get a bag of decaf, and then one of our other stapled coffees. Unfortunately, the charity roasts don't apply to this deal, but we have so many other coffees, you'll be able to get that. And that's a no-brainer because that's one bag of coffee for free. One bag of coffee is $16. If you get two of them, that's $32. 3 for $30, it's a no-brainer. So head over to the website, put in code CANG at checkout to get that deal. And the newest sponsor of Caffeine and Green, shout out to Thorn Street Brewery. It's a brewery here in San Diego on Thorn Street, and it's in North Park, and there's also one in Barrio Logan, but they basically have come aboard. I mean, they have amazing beers, a new one called Tread Lightly that is fantastic for all you healthy people out there. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, but so shout out to the newest sponsor. Thank you again, and hopefully all y'all will start drinking that Thorn Street, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Dennis. All right, y'all. My guests today are Dr. Katie Jones and Dr. Claire Haeuptle. These are two amazing physical therapists that I've had the pleasure of meeting probably around 2 months ago now. And Katie's been helping me get back to 100, to get back to running and just fixing my leg. So it's been quite an experience getting to know them. And I will say that over the last 2 months, these are two amazing ladies. They're hilarious. They're smart as shit. And, man, I really hope you guys enjoy this podcast because there's not more than like 5 minutes without us going, just hysterically laughing. And they actually helped me get Thorn Street as the new sponsor of the podcast. So shout out to these ladies. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And I really hope you guys enjoy this. And pay attention to how Katie is somewhat of a muse to some musicians. Shout out. So without further ado, Dr. Katie Jones, Dr. Claire Haeuptle. This your time to shine, ladies. Let's go. Caffeine and Green. It's your boy Connor. What's good? Good. Caffeine and Green. And we are live. Welcome to Caffeine and Green, ladies.
Yeah.
Cheers. I always started off with a cheers.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for having us.
I know.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, we're super excited.
Dude, I mean, I'm going to just get right into it.
Go
Dr.
for it.
Claire, Dr. Katie, welcome to the podcast again. The reason you're here today, well, a couple of reasons, actually. Kind of cool, a newer one is because you guys came on. I got a new sponsor for the podcast. Shout out Thorn Street Brewery here in San Diego, the official beer sponsor of Caffeine and Green now.
Official.
Dude, thanks to Dr. Claire saying that the way I understood it was like this was your favorite beer that they had.
Well, it might be now.
It definitely is.
The Tread Lightly. And so because of that, I called my homie Dennis, who's also a Caffeine and Green alum, and we started talking, and he's like, dude, let's get Thorn Street to be the beer sponsor of the podcast. I'm like, fuck yeah. And it's because of the beer you wanted is not in cans yet, so I had to get growlers.
Yeah, you had to get more of it. So
yeah.
Heck yeah. No, it's awesome.
And it tastes pretty good.
It does. And it's healthy.
Yeah.
Right? Less calories. That means you can drink more.
There you go. I mean, doesn't want to drink more.
Yeah, no guilt here.
No.
Dude, you said you were having a hard day yesterday, that you were just like a little too turned up, so get a little hair of the dog right there.
Yeah, exactly. Now I feel good.
Yes.
I just needed a sip of something.
She's already faded like 2.
Yeah.
I stood up earlier and I was like, whoa. It's already in my blood.
Dude. But also, so Dr. Katie, Dr. K, AKA, because I remember you were saying at one point you wanted to just like go down to like one letter.
Well, I've been Katie my whole life, but I really like when I get the spontaneous Kate thrown in there. I'm like, oh, I can mess with that, but a single letter is okay too.
So do you want Kate or K?
Either one.
Because like
Mix it up.
it could be kind of sick in today's hip hop day and age. Like yo, okay, KK.
Yeah.
Or
what I
that
mean?
could be really bad, Gano.
Yeah.
Why?
KKK. Yeah.
Fuck. I was
So we'll go with Kate.
yeah. Safe bet. Well, dude, obviously you guys have never heard Little Scrappy. That's
Ooh.
not head. I guess he was in the song like "We some head buses, we some head," and he used to like that was his thing. He would come onto a song and be like, "Little Scrappy bitch, okay, KK."
Oh, okay. So he's
So-
making it cool again.
Yeah. So, but he was like saying like okay, but he's like repeating KKK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm swinging
have to
out-
give
I'm
it a
swinging for
listen.
the fences.
Whatever floats. It can be an ebb and flow here.
Well, they also another Little Scrappy. I know I've quoted him in the PT clinic because it's like "Forever I Love Atlanta," Fila.
Oh, yeah.
And so he always used to wear Fila.
Right.
Oh.
Like Little Scrappy Hope, and they got my Fila. Forever I Love Atlanta.
Right, because my one patient was wearing them or something like that. Or he was rocking the K-Swiss.
The K-Swiss.
Swiss. I
Yo,
got love for
throw
my
it-
shoes, K-Swiss.
Dude.
Throwing it back.
Yeah.
Dude, the K-Swiss was, I mean, we talked about this in the clinic. It
Yeah.
was-
Yeah.
The K-Swiss was the shit back
My
then.
dad
yeah.
worked for K-Swiss back in the day.
Did he really?
Yeah.
What did he do?
He shoe sales. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Rocking K-Swiss all the time as like a 5-year-old.
Dude.
Yeah.
What?
I don't have them anymore, obviously.
wish-
They wouldn't fit, but
I wish I had K-Swisses.
You think?
I grew.
Tiny bit.
Tiny.
She's still extremely tiny for people who can't see her. If you don't see her on the camera watching on Twitch, it's because she's that tiny.
Yeah, I disappear.
Stibs. All right. But okay. The reason you're on the show is because y'all some doctors. I like to say that because we did talk about that too in the clinic.
I
I'm like,
appreciate it.
are you a doctor?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Both of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have our doctorate in physical therapy.
Yep.
So that's 3 years of grad school. So we got to rep it. I mean, we went to school for it.
Dude,
right?
I'd-
Yeah, we're
DR.
paying. We're still paying for that, doctor.
Probably for a while.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I feel you. I know your pain. Yeah. When I graduated from college, I didn't have none like scholarships. I had nothing. I paid for that shit myself. Or I'm
Yeah.
still paying for it. But I remember talking to homies who were like a couple $100,000 in debt, and I was just like, oh,
Hurts.
I'm not that bad. Like, thank goodness.
Oh.
Yeah.
But still, my college debt just gives me like a heart attack sometimes. So like, oof. Like
It's the
maybe I
best
got-
investment you'll ever make, though.
It's the
Yeah.
most expensive piece of paper
It
that
is.
you've
Yeah.
ever bought.
Yep.
I chose to invest in myself.
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
That right there. See, okay, so we're gonna have to get on that. But okay, having too much fun in this first couple minutes. The reason I met either of you is because Katie, you are actually my physical therapist.
Yeah.
Yes, you're helping me with an injury with my right calf, and yeah, it was crazy when you were like first were working on my leg. There was like hella crunches and
Yeah.
like just nasty ass shit. But now like I have like range in my ankle. I'm doing all these things, and it's like, yo, I was running again, and I haven't run in probably close to 2 months now. So I was like, yo, first off, you're a doctor. Just throw that out there one more time.
Make sure that people know.
Just
Yeah,
like,
Dr.
yo,
Kate, please.
Yeah.
Only.
Or Dr. KKK. Let's not make that a thing.
No, you'd be like Dr. OKKK.
That works better.
You get like, wah, wah, wah. You come out, it's like, yo, what's up?
With the smoke.
Dude, yeah. Or you'd come out like The Rock, like the people's eyebrow and shit. Like,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be tight.
Like, that's my
Theme
doctor.
song and shit. Yeah. You come out to Maybe.
Shoot.
Welcome to the hotel.
Yo. Oh, well, that's a plug. Yo. Okay, we're just gonna get right into it. Okay, skipping tracks again. Total different direction. Welcome to the Hotel is a rap group, kinda
More poppy now.
pop rap,
Yeah.
like pop punk, pop rap.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pop rap.
Yeah.
and there's a song that they did, and just a couple weeks ago, I found out about this song, and me and Claire were like, "Yo, what's the song called?" And we just kept asking you over the time that I was there. I'm sure you asked later.
Yeah.
Today. And you proceeded to tell the whole clinic, so I was like, okay, it must not be that big of a deal.
No.
But then I immediately got out of the car. Got out of PT, went straight into my car and listened to the song before I even left the parking lot. Not gonna lie, I sat in my car, didn't drive, and I was just like, okay, I want to hear this. And then I left. But it's this song. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
What's this? So it's like. I guess this is it after 3 years and 6 months. Like just
Yeah, like real specific.
Yeah,
like,
super specific.
details.
Yeah.
We talked about it as like, couldn't it have just been like, yo, we've been together for a while?
Did
No
we have
shade.
to let everyone know
Yeah,
the date?
the exact day. But if it was like 11 hours and 6 minutes. No shade, homie. No shade.
Yeah, it just fit the intro there.
Okay.
It rhymed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you proceeded to describe it to us in the PT clinic. But, it was pretty accurate. But there was some shots taken at you. So, it's like, yo.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
So if you guys listen to the song, I'm not a terrible person. Most of that was an embellished version of what happened, I would say.
Because that was my next question. The next appointment that I had was like, yo, how much of it was true?
I know. I got so many texts being like, yo, did he really slide up on your twin? And then I, like,
Were you snapping
Snapchatting your ex? I was
In
like,
LA,
heck
in
yeah,
LA.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Were you Snapchatting your ex?
No.
See, we were like, what's going on?
Dude, I know. I was like, damn, Katie's kind of scared. Yo.
Oh my God.
But then the one I did ask you about was like, it's like you're too busy to hang out, but then you turn up in the Lower East Side, and you were like, that one was true.
You're like, all right, that's true.
Like,
It's like, damn, you called me out. Shade. Damn, it got real shady in here real quick. Okay.
the other songs though are all like,
Well, how many songs did you write about you?
I don't know exactly, but like some of the lines in the other songs on the album, I'm like, yo, that's definitely about me.
Yeah.
Damn. So there's like multiple songs.
Yeah. Dude.
And
Ashanti, I really like.
Yeah.
Ashanti's about you?
I don't know. I guess I don't. I obviously listen to the song, but I don't like think too much about the lyrics, or then I'm just gonna be like way too in my feelings. I'll be like, yo, too much.
All the
Too
feels.
much. Yeah.
Damn. That's true though. But
Yeah.
like you said something very interesting that you were in your car and you were like singing along to the lyrics.
Oh yeah,
And
heck
so-
yeah! It's super catchy. It's like
catchy.
good music. Hello,
Yeah.
we're cooking dinner, and Claire starts singing, "You're my day one, homie."
And I immediately I was like, oh shit, sorry, Katie. I'm like, I have been listening to the song
maybe on repeat at the
every
gym.
day. Every day
the
since
gym.
you showed it to me. I'm bumping to it in the gym. I'm like, yo, I feel good. I'm pumped.
How do you feel being like a homie?
Yeah.
Singing a song about your homie.
Right, it's weird. Yeah, I'm like, ooh, Well, that's what. It just came out. I was literally making dinner for the both of us. I'm like, get my day one, homie. And I'm like, oh shit, sorry. Katie's
I
like,
didn't even realize, and I was like, "Why you say?" And I was like, "Oh, got it."
literally talking shit about you as I'm cooking dinner for you.
I was like, "We can play it if you want."
Dude, you ever like maybe like last night you're
Yeah.
about to turn up, you're just like, yo, put on the song.
All the time.
Put on maybe. Put on maybe right now. And then you're drunk, you're just like,
I got a request.
3 years and 6 months.
Yeah, it's. I need to slow my roll on this song. I think.
Yo, let me get the aux cord. Let me get the aux cord.
No,
repping
that'd be sweet if that took off for him.
I think it'd be different if it was a super bad breakup or situation
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
If he was a
We're still friends.
mean person,
We're
then I
still
wouldn't
friends.
rep it. But he wasn't. So
Yeah.
That's
but,
good.
you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, No shade at all, my friend. Definitely have some admirers, and I've definitely, if you see those Spotify numbers going up for this month of October, just know that's definitely like half me and Claire.
Yeah, really.
For sure.
Select physical therapy and
Yeah.
Claire and Kano. That's literally why. I play it 3 times a day at least.
Dude,
Yeah.
From the time you told me to the time I saw you next, I was like, yeah, once a day.
I forget even how that came up. I think you were talking about your buddies.
Yeah, the Flow Mads.
Yeah.
Shout out the Flow Mads.
Yeah.
I went to a show, and I was telling you, I was like, oh yeah, I got drunk. You're like, why'd you get drunk? I was like, oh, I went to go see my homies.
Yeah.
But then it was because I had taken last place in the competition.
Oh.
So I got, did I tell you that? Did
no,
I tell you guys? Oh.
No, what competition?
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude. Ladies.
You skating or what?
No.
This is a drinking competition.
Yeah, and came in last.
Weak.
So then you had to get drunk. Dang.
No. I felt like I thought I told you. I was out in Rancho Cucamonga, and I went to a coffee, like I did a coffee roasting competition.
Oh, okay, yes.
Shoot.
And you were all in your feels about that situation, but you had a
Super all in the
long
feels, yeah.
drive, and you're like, all right, I'm now ready to drink.
Dude, no, I was stewing for 2 hours after waiting.
Dang.
And got home, and my homie had texted me on the way back, and he was all, yo, we're still having that show tonight. I was like, what time? He's like, oh, we're getting in at 10. We got it here at 8:30. So I was like, find it at 5 o'clock. I got last, and then I get fucking critiqued, and it's so hard to sit there and listen to people critique you.
Yeah.
And you just have to take it. It's
Totally.
Like,
Right.
And so that took until about like 6, and then 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get here. And I was like, dude, fuck this. I'm going to the show. I'm going to get drunk. Found the fucking beer list, and it was like, heaviest one, that one.
And keep it coming.
I was
If
like-
you see one sip left, have another pour.
Dude, I don't drink IPAs, like the high ones.
Yeah.
I drank.
Shout out to Keto Friendly.
Dude, shout out Thorn Street.
Thorn
Yeah.
It was not a Thorn Street beer I was drinking at the time, but this is before sponsorship.
You didn't.
Yeah.
know.
And that's the only beer.
No, it was I drank these like 2 of them, and then I went straight tequilas. Dude, by
Oh,
the time I
shit.
got home, I was lit. I was like, like, what competition? Didn't even happen. But yeah, and then I went to PT, and that's so I was like, yeah, rap group, and then you were like, oh, my ex is in a rap group.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I know
someone.
Yeah.
But you also had said that you had like a boyfriend in high school that wrote songs about
Yeah.
you, dude.
She's got a history.
Homie.
I'm just
I'm
so
just-
inspirational.
I was just saying, like, yo, I would stay away from the musicians just as a homie, like
Yeah.
homie to homie. I'd be like, maybe that's not the move.
Hasn't worked out.
Well, I honestly don't have one music bone in my body.
It is kind of funny that Katie like has dated musicians. I just don't see that. I don't know. It is weird.
Like not one.
You're like a muse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Like, yo, you just inspire.
Yo.
Isn't that like the definition of muse? Is like somebody like a
asking the
form
wrong
of
person.
inspiration?
I don't know.
I'm serious.
But
Google, Alexa.
Dude, this ain't the PT clinic now.
Whenever I don't know something, Alexa. My patients, what's wrong with me? Alexa.
Dude, okay, that actually leads to a good point. It's like, as a doctor, there's only so much you can honestly retain, and there's so many things that you can actually like look in a book or watch a YouTube video, if you will.
Yeah.
But how much of it is like straight knowledge, and that, or just you have to go home, maybe think about it, research
I do
it?
that all the time. Like
Yeah.
For you especially, I was like, that was a weird injury, and like you had a little bit of swelling. Wasn't really pain couldn't be reproduced unless I was touching it, and I was like, And a couple of your high ankle sprain tests were positive, but I was like, he's walking fine. I don't know. I wasn't fully solid on it, but I went home and looked some stuff up, and then I felt better about it.
And then you applied your
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like I'm doing
you applied the hypothesis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, well, what about you, Claire?
Yeah. All the time. I mean, we see so many different things, and like you can when you practice longer, you get to pull from experiences from other people.
course.
Because like textbook, you learn things in a textbook, but when you actually apply it or you see real people, they present differently.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be a textbook answer, and PT's not cookie cutter, you know, treatments. I mean, you could practice that way, but that's not the way we practice. So, yeah, we always bounce off of each other too. We're always asking each other like, yo, what do you think about this? And we do case studies, and we literally will probably talk about you and like what you got going on. You're like, yo, I don't know what to do, or I'm kind of stuck, or he's not getting better, he's plateaued. What do you guys think? So that's just like also how our clinic runs, which is really awesome. We're like a family.
Is it like a I guess it's a legit clinic, but is it like a training clinic or something like that, where the point where you guys are like learning, you guys are going to continue to go on to another one, or if this is like a final
No, it depends, really.
Yeah. I mean,
or teaching clinic. That's what I meant to say. I couldn't think of the word.
No, I mean, we're full-time clinicians working. I mean, we just happen to be newer out of the game. But no, I mean, who knows in the future? Select Physical Therapy is like a huge corporation, so there's always room to move up, or like we could practice really anywhere in the country, so it doesn't really matter as far as that goes. But yeah, no, I mean, we're pretty happy where we are, I think, and what we're doing.
That actually leads me to my next question: is that both of you are from the East Coast, and you're in San Diego,
Massachusetts.
All right, who wants to go first? Whoa. New Jersey?
Yeah, Jersey girl.
Mass. I mean, you see the house you're in right now. This is a Raider house, right? I'm just kidding. For the record, I actually, when I was buying weed today, the dude was trying to flex on me about being a Charger fan. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, bro. You grew up here. I grew up there. Yeah, it's like the same thing. It's like when you grew up and you're like, I asked you, I said, are you a Patriots fan? You're like, yeah. I was like,
yeah.
But you grew up there.
I know.
Yeah.
So
like, you
fuck
can't
it.
hate. Yeah, you can't hate it.
It's not like she jumped on the bandwagon. Like those people, you know.
You can't choose where you're born. So
No.
all love to everybody repping your shit, but it's Raiders all day.
You can
You
rep
can
them.
think
That's fine.
that,
All I have to say is everybody else bit off the Raider Nation, the original nation, and now I hear like Pats Nation, whatever. Like, okay.
We were the first. Okay.
We were the black hole, yo. We're killing the game.
Black hole.
Anyways.
What a name.
It's tough. It's pretty tough.
It's tough.
All right. Well, who wants to go first about where they grew up?
You want to go?
You can go.
Okay.
All right. So Jersey. Tell me about Jersey.
What do you want to know? I mean, so, you know.
What town did you grow up in?
Oh, okay. Robbinsville, New Jersey. It's a small town. It's near Princeton. So Princeton University, Central Jersey. People don't think a Central Jersey exists unless you live there. So there's like North Jersey, South Jersey. Very different. If you're from North Jersey, you like the Giants. From South Jersey, you like the Eagles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Division in the state.
Division. So when you're in Central Jersey,
You
it's a
can go either
toss-up.
way.
It's a
You
toss-up.
pick.
Or you go Jets.
Or you just, you're like, shit, I'm going Jets. They suck.
It's tough. The Raiders are no longer the worst team in the NFL. The Jets are fucking disgustingly bad.
No, but I mean, so, I grew up there. Love the Jersey Shore. It's not like the TV show at all.
No fist pumping and shit.
I mean, there are some of those people out there for sure.
Okay.
And you can find them.
Protein powder.
Gym Tan Laundry. I do that sometimes.
And by sometimes, most weekends.
Do you seriously GTL?
Well, I mean, do you go to the gym and then lay out in the sun and then do some laundry?
I definitely don't tan.
I'm not saying I tan.
I GL hard.
Okay. You gym and laundry.
Laundry is seriously like a back, so it's mainly G.
G. I know. Oh, same. I need to L more.
Dude, I'm so bad sometimes. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go buy some new underwear. I'll just give me like another 4 days.
Target.
Yep.
Target down the
I'd
street.
be staying at Target hard. Like,
You walk over. They're like, Kano's back. Didn't do his laundry.
sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off. Okay.
No, you're cool. Bagels, pizza, best in the country by far.
Yep.
You know, you get the New Jersey, New York. I miss that a lot. You can get some good pizza out here.
Mm-hmm.
Bagels, haven't found a good bagel.
No.
There's nothing that compares to the East Coast bagel.
Nothing.
Straight up.
I want some, you know, gosh, my mouth is going to water talking about some bagels. But yeah, food out there is awesome. you're so close to all these different cities. I grew up like an hour within New York City, Philadelphia, DC, so easy to go to all these major cities. And I think I didn't realize that until coming out to the West Coast. I'm like, whoa, everything's really
super
far away.
Spread away. Yeah, spread out here.
Yeah, spread out.
You gotta drive everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's nature. You get the nature out here, which is like the views and all that stuff is awesome. But yeah, New Jersey, die hard. I don't know. I didn't really ever like consider myself a Jersey girl or like, they're like, oh, New Jersey. Every time people know nothing about the state and they're like, oh, you're from New Jersey? Ooh, ow.
Well, it's called the Garden State.
I know. Nobody knows that.
Come on now.
All right, it's the armpit of America, people say.
Yeah.
And then Florida's like the dick of America.
And people literally go from New Jersey down to Florida. Like that's
No, they don't.
yeah,
really?
the snowbirds. That's where you retire.
Dude, that is right.
Yeah.
There is a song called "Real Gangsters." I messed it up. But it was like something about how like real gangsters go to Miami. Like,
Yeah.
they retire in Miami.
Right,
Like, that's
retire in Miami.
Yeah, and,
Gosh.
like you just be G'd as fuck. Like, all the like Lil Wayne used to live there, like Birdman.
Yep.
There's all these rappers.
Yep.
I like rap. Sorry.
Yeah. The KKK. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Lil Scrappy. Listen to him.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll listen. I'll give
Dude,
him a
you get.
listen.
What kind of music do you listen to when you're in the gym? Both of you guys.
Oh.
It depends.
Yeah, it depends
Do
on
you
the
just
mood.
like hype? Just
I do like some hype. I like rap. I do like to listen to rap when I lift.
real rap or like trap rap?
No real rap.
Like what's a real rapper to you
Oh gosh, you're putting me on the spot.
right now?
I like J. Cole.
Ooh.
I
That's
really
safe,
like. I
that's
like
safe,
lyrical. I like
Oh,
lyrical.
you like lyrical? Do you
Yeah.
fuck with Nas?
Yeah,
Dude,
Nas.
is my
yeah.
favorite rapper of all time.
Chance. I like.
Chance is a newer
Chance
one. He's
is-
cool.
He's newer. Yeah, I like people that are like smart and like are actually saying stuff that matters. And
okay,
like
okay.
lyrically, it's amazing.
What
Not
about
just like
lyrically-
yo trap house. Like that's stupid to me.
What about
Talk about
like
something real.
DaBaby?
Ooh,
DaBaby
I don't
raps super fucking good, but he's all about just being gangster and just like,
All right, so he's got a mix of both.
well, dude, he's on a song with J. Cole called "Under the Sun,"
Okay.
and he's like, what does he say? He says, he has this one lyric. He says, I can't think. I'm kind of a little buzzed right now, so I can't think the exact lyric.
Shout out to Keto.
But
Still
fucking
gets you buzzed with
Under
less
the Sun.
calories.
Just listen to it. And there's like a dude named Jute, and then J. Cole and DaBaby, and he's like just killing
Kills
it.
it.
Or it's he's on another song, dude. Ready for this? The song is called Baby, and it's Little Baby featuring DaBaby.
Whoa,
Oh
that's
my
a lot
God.
of babies.
It's a lot of babies, but he's all
Are these guys small?
actually DaBaby's kind of tiny.
Okay.
He's like, I'm going baby on baby, bleep. It's a bitch, I can't say the word he says. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He's like, I'm going baby on baby. Like,
I have a lot of music to listen to.
I bet. So you fuck with lyrical hip hop. Do you,
Yeah.
Katie? What about you?
I don't know. Like sometimes I don't listen to any music, which
Whoa.
that sounds like really like a psycho person in the gym.
No, but you listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
You did say that.
Yeah.
I do the same thing right now today, but I'll split it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do half podcast like when I'm doing cardio because I hate it, and I know if I start getting in the conversation, I don't even realize what I'm doing.
Right.
So-
Right. Or like you get so consumed in a story and you like look down and you're like, oh, all right, done.
Yeah.
Check out.
I'm sure it's that easy. Dude, no way. But I mean, I'll go when I'm lifting though. You need
The pump.
that little fucking.
I don't know. Like sometimes this sounds super psycho, but it's literally like kind of. I try and meditate as
You're
I'm
meditating as you're lifting?
But like I'm going, like I do my reps. I don't want to be sitting there being like, oh, I'm not feeling this song. Like next, like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
As I'm going, because that's what I get so annoyed when you
Well,
look at
it
someone.
breaks your focus.
Yeah, and then you like look at someone and you're like, yo, you're on that
On your
machine
phone.
still, and you just can't pick a song.
Bro. Okay, no.
Pick a
When
song.
I see
Pick
people,
a song and keep it moving.
there was a dude today. I went to the gym because I only drink when do the podcast now, and there's this dude. I swear to God, he fucking was on his phone. He's on the ab machine. I'm like, yo, bro, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, yeah. And then like people also have zero personal awareness when they're just
what I'm
on their
saying.
phone.
Yeah.
And with headphones in, you're like, excuse me, tap tap.
Tap, tap.
dude, no, the other one that really gets me is there's like nobody in the gym. And then they come up to you and like tap you like, oh, can I get a rep? Like a set in there? I'm like,
Right,
what
like,
the fuck, bro?
Use the other bench right next to me.
Dude, that shit, like, bro, there's nobody here. It's like 5 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
yeah.
You have to come up to, like, there's 3 people here. You're tapping my shoulder.
Yeah.
Can I get a set in? Like, get the
Yeah,
fuck out of here, bro. What is that?
Well, were you around? Oh,
Sorry.
Spilling.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
were you in the clinic when we were talking about my experiences at the gym?
Oh,
I don't think so.
listen
Tell me
to
this. Tell me this. I
Yeah.
might have heard it because you,
All right.
dude, you are notorious for saying stories. I'll just be like looking down. All of a sudden, I listen and I'm like, what the fuck?
She's so detailed in the story. She'll have a point to make, but she'll tell every detail.
I feel like it makes it. Like, if you tell the details of the story, like, I appreciate details because you can, like, imagine it. You can be there.
Well,
yeah,
but
you
it
can
does take a
visualize
while
it.
for me to
Okay,
get to
but
the point.
Claire will be like, I was wearing blue jeans, a black shirt, and some boots.
Yo, I'm the same way though. I've learned how to cut it, but like I used to be the same way.
I mean, like, my friends know, and they're like, my one friend the other day, she's on her phone. She's like, I'm listening, but I'm going to wait for you to get to the point. I need to do something on my phone really quick. Like, just keep going. I'm listening. But like, I
was
know
me
your
before
story.
The podcast. I'm listening. Yep.
I know your stories go on for 30 minutes. So I'll pick my head up when you get to the point. I'm like, ooh, I know. Anyway, details. I'm doing it now.
Yes, yeah, you're fine. So you're in the clinic. And
No, the gym. Okay.
Oh, the gym.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So Katie and I work out at the same gym, and it's like a lifter's gym. People are in there getting after it. Bigger guys, bigger girls even.
Some monsters, some
yeah,
beasts.
there's some beasts in there, and I like to lift and whatever. There's been instances, and this typically happens in gyms that are more like a 24-hour or whatever. You get everybody under the sun. So this gym, I wasn't expecting something like this to happen. I'm doing pull-ups.
This literally still blows my mind.
Thank you.
Details. So doing pull-ups, and I'm doing like 3 sets of 5, whatever. I'm struggling on my last rep.
Okay, wait. Details. Is it
Wide
grip
grip
or is it
This
no,
time,
not
I don't
this
know.
bullshit.
Neutral.
Don't tell me this.
No, I mean, sometimes
or
I mix
straight.
it up.
Dude,
I don't know what it was.
I don't think those are real pull-ups. Like the
They're chin-ups.
No, they're chin-ups. No, these are chin-ups.
No. The
Neutral
you know how there's
grip.
like the pull-up bar, and then they have the ones that go like in and fulls grab that, and they're
Yeah.
like doing pull-ups like this. Like, bro, that's not a pull-up.
Works different muscles.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, okay.
technically, yes.
Is a pull-up? Technically.
Neutral grip. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just different grip.
Okay. So which
Yo,
way do you do
You're
it?
atting me right now.
A
A pull-up's a pull-up, okay?
Don't at me.
Which way did you?
Don't at me. All right, I'm going to say it was wide grip. Okay?
Was it really though? But
I
like, just
don't-
say what
yeah.
it was.
No,
You were doing
probably.
neutral.
No, I do them all.
It's in the details, Claire.
I was doing a wide
Figure
grip
it
pull-up, and no, so I'm
Working the lats.
I'm struggling on the last one, and all of a sudden I feel hands on my waist from behind. Right, this guy is assisting me up for the last rep or whatever, and I was like, whoa step back, bro. And I dropped, and he's like, oh, you could have done more. And I was like, I never asked for your help, first of all. You came up from behind. I didn't even see you coming, and you put your hands on my waist.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Sketch.
I was doing 3 sets of 5 things. And I like walked away. That was the worst, but I get
Yikes.
claps, like guys are like, yeah, good job, like clapping at me.
Like,
Or like-
what? Nah.
Nah. So not cool. And I get it. It's like, oh, a girl's doing some lifts. That's cool. But they're also like, don't clap at me. Like,
Damn.
yeah.
I'm weird about being at the gym. I'm gonna be real honest.
Like, don't look at
Never-
me.
dude,
Don't
that's-
talk to me.
Yo, my mom was a personal
Eyes
trainer
down.
my whole life growing up, and so I grew up going to gyms. Like I knew it. So she always told me, like, don't talk to girls. Like, don't even fucking talk to anybody. She's like, just, you're there to work yourself out.
Right.
Fuck everybody else.
Right.
So that's how I've always been. But I see, it's hella weird. Like, you'll be sitting on a bench or something, like, doing some shit. And I just look down, like, doing my thing. Maybe look up. And then you see, like, dudes who are, like trying to talk to people and shit.
Right.
I'm like, bro, like.
Yeah.
Pick up lines. Yo, Katie got asked out at the gym by. Tell that story.
Oh, well, this was Friday.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just happened. Fresh.
Yeah.
Please, details.
No, this wasn't like at the gym. I like was parking, and I was in my like trying to get some change to put in the meter because there's no parking out back. So I'm fumbling around, and I like this car slowly rolls up behind my car. I'm like, oh, this is weird, and like the guy is literally sitting in the car just staring at me. And I was like, all right, I'm going to lock my door. I put my coins in the meter, and I walked to the gym. Came out, and I had this white piece of paper on my windshield. And I was like, fuck, I got a ticket? No way I was in there longer than an hour and a half. Like, I made sure I was going to be out. And I look, and it's a receipt for $31.50 at some Thai restaurant. And I was like, what the
Details.
yeah.
Details.
I was like, what the heck? And then I flip it over, and it goes like, hey, my name's Brian. Sorry for the creepy intro. But I'm also from Massachusetts. We should get a drink sometime if you're interested. Here's my Facebook. You can look me up. And then gave me his number.
Okay, there's two things
That's a
that are hella
lot.
creepy. Two things hella creepy. First of all, fucking Brian. Number one.
Brian.
I've had this conversation with other homies about fucking Brian. Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, disclaimer, all my homies named Brian. I have a lot of you. No shade to you guys because you guys are not the fucking Brian. But like, yo, it's like, oh my God, fucking Brian's coming. Go, stop. guys. Hey. You know, kind of thing. That's number one. Number two, he acknowledged the creepy intro.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, what
Don't
the
acknowledge
fuck?
it.
Well, I looked up at him, and I gave him kind of like the side eye, being like,
Nah, bro. Yeah.
What's going on here?
Like,
Are
why you looking at me, bro?
Well, I was like, you're either scoping out my car. Trust me, there's nothing in there. I was on zero gas too, so if you want to steal it, I'm
You weren't
sure you'll
going
make
far.
it down the block. I'll find you.
Grab some gas for me.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Can you get it closer to the shell, please? It's right up the street.
Literally. But then, it was just like, whoa, this is kind of weird.
The fact that he
Wait,
brought
wait.
up the Facebook. Too.
But wait.
Look me up.
You
on
guys have
Facebook.
both just skimmed over the other major part.
What?
Fucking Brian knows you from Massachusetts.
Well, the
Because my license plate is Massachusetts. I haven't transferred it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess
Yo,
that's a
that
dead
would have
giveaway.
been really weird.
But, like,
if
that's-
that, like, I'm
Yeah, you don't even know, dude, and he's like, yo,
Well, I
Massachusetts?
may have worn
A UMass shirt.
shirt. Yeah, I have a couple of shirts I rep from Massachusetts. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but still, dude.
still.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about how he did Facebook and not Instagram?
Dude, that was gonna be my next point. It's like he didn't just have an Instagram that you could tag you.
Whoa.
Like, is he old school?
If he's
That's
gonna
kind
do
of cool.
Facebook,
I mean, old soul.
I don't know. I was weirded out. I just
Did you look him up?
No.
Why?
I just like kind of crumpled the paper.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna say I littered. It might have fallen out of the car.
You didn't even look the dude up.
stop right now. You could say, hey, it's
We live
fine.
in California. You cannot
Not
litter.
litter. I
You
know
don't
it
litter
fell.
here, bro.
It fell out of the car.
It goes to the ocean.
I mean,
Okay.
I misplaced.
Think about the turtles.
I
Turtle.
misplaced it. I misplaced it.
She's really like, fuck that.
What a fucking creeper. Ew.
Ew.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all. That happens
That-
at the gym.
Dude,
You're never safe.
No, the worst was I used to work front desk of a gym, and you'd get hit on all the time, like as you're like picking up all the shit people leave around the gym, and they would watch me do it. After they finished working out, they'd be like, "Oh, thanks for doing that," and I'm like, "You could have just put your 45-pound plates back."
Put him
okay.
back.
Can we talk about something real quick? This seriously. Yo, on the fucking real.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if it's like a young kid thing, but my mom always taught me, you re-rack your
Yeah.
shit, or you like
And
put your
you
shit
re-rack,
back,
and you re-rack it right. You don't put the 45-pound in the 25-pound
or the
slot.
like 5, 25, 10.
Yeah,
How are you gonna get to the 25?
Bro,
yeah, then you
have to sit there like there's a fucking pecking order.
Like I do a workout getting my plates
Yes.
off of the rack.
Seriously.
Dude, I seen a chick yesterday at the gym. Yo, okay, they have that like that butt one.
The hip thrusters.
The hip thrust. Thank you. This
I
girl's
recommend
like doing
it
her
though
thing.
if you want
Yeah.
a big butt.
I,
Just saying.
well, I might need it for skating, but I
No,
don't
you
necessarily
need
need it.
No, it's good. It's a great workout.
I
And like,
do.
okay, dudes are always like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna do that.
Nah,
That's a
fuck that."
girl exercise." And I'm like, "Yo, it's a really freaking hard exercise.
You still have an ass, bro.
and you can expose them like no other. And you're like,
Dude.
look how much I can thrust, and you can thrust like the bar."
The first time I talked about Katie on the podcast, I was telling her there was a shot as I was telling you about how I was sitting the fucking doing the hip abduction one because you're saying about how I need to do the clamshell. So I'm just sitting there. I don't give a fuck no more.
Yeah, right.
Do it. I don't give a fuck. I'll do the
No.
other butt one too, where like all
Yeah.
the chick, like most chicks, you'll see chicks doing it like kicking their leg
Kicking
up,
the
doing
leg
the
out.
thing. Yo, I'm on there like, Look at it. It's
Look
cool.
at it. Look back at it.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. Especially after just knowing
Yeah.
about like my back issues
Right.
and the hips and stuff, dude. I don't even care no more. I don't
That's
fucking
good.
Yeah,
That's
and-
great.
yeah, and yeah. There's no shame.
No shame.
In some
And-
solid exercise.
Seriously,
But-
our job is to expose people,
Yeah.
and that's what we do. And I love when the middle-aged guys or whatever younger guys come in, and they're like, "Oh, this is stupid," and I'm like, "All right, let me see you do it," and they can't, and I'm like, "That's all right."
But dude, okay, I'm not gonna say like anything negative here.
Oh,
but
God.
there was one time I was in the clinic and I heard like this dude being kind of like condescending to you, and you were keeping your cool. But even in my head, like because I know how chill you are when you're in there, I could hear like you were serious.
Yeah.
And you're like trying to tell the dude, and the dude was he said something like, "Oh, boy, I've been working out for like this long," and it was like, "Okay, dude, it doesn't fucking matter. You're
Yeah.
here for a reason."
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You're hurt, man.
That'd be like, and don't take this derogatory because I sometimes I just say chick. It's like this chick knows
Yeah.
obviously how to fix you, so just like shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
But that I
yeah.
obviously didn't say that. I was like in my head. I'm just like this fool. Like
I
come
give you
on, bro.
permission to do that
No,
now.
I
dude,
mean,
nah.
our whole clinic is super family vibe. So, like, we have patients throwing shade at other patients. We have, like, the PTs throwing shade at each other, at patients. And, like, it's just,
It's definitely a unique
yeah,
environment.
yeah.
Dude, no, it's sick in there. It was hella
Yeah.
funny. I was telling my wife, so like Katie and Claire, she's like, oh okay, blah, blah, blah. She's like, wait, how long are you there? And I was like, I told her, and then she's like, you sound like you have like a good time at PT. I'm like, dude, honestly, I do. I think it's hella funny. We be talking mad shit, like, but like all respectable. And then you got Pete, fucking,
Shout out, Pete.
dude, yeah, just fucking Pete, just being Pete.
Yeah, with his bad shoulder. Oh,
Shoot.
Dude, by a dog, right?
I know.
By a
By
dog.
his dog, he took off his gratitude bracelet.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, we
Let's
didn't
talk
tell
about
you?
that.
Wait, yeah. Tell me about this gratitude bracelet.
So during our last staff meeting, we went around and tied a bracelet on each other, saying one thing that we were super grateful for.
For that person?
No, just in general.
Like,
Okay.
oh, I'm grateful for like all of you guys or whatever.
My family.
And then,
or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
like this opportunity.
Tight.
So Pete said, I'm really grateful for my dog Bodhi, and he like tied on the bracelet, and then he cut the gratitude bracelet off. You don't do that.
Mistake number
Wait, like
one.
after he just put it on?
Yo, yeah, he said it was
too
too
tight.
tight. He said he said it was too tight. It
Cutting
was-
off circulation.
Yeah. So
He needed his hand.
Homie, why didn't he
But,
just tie it
but
looser?
in losing his hand, he
Wait.
lost his shoulder.
You mean losing the
But, yeah,
bracelet,
well,
not his hand?
Well, like since he cut the bracelet.
Oh
whatever.
God! Is the beer? You know, this is
No, I get
this
what you're
is
saying.
getting
It's
to you,
because
huh?
it's because that
See,
he cut
you got
it.
it because he wanted to keep his hand.
The one
he
thing-
now lost his shoulder.
You're being
Wait,
like
what does his hand-
metaphorical.
What does his hand have to do with
Well,
anything?
because it was too tight and he was
It was
losing
the bracelet.
circulation. He was gonna lose his hand.
Moral of the story. See, I'm gonna be the one that cuts to the chase. Moral of the story here is don't get Katie and I together. It doesn't work out.
Wait, I did forget. We didn't even talk about where you grew up.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
like because we.
It was New Jersey just takes over and
Dude,
Yeah.
Jersey Shore. Okay, talk about Mass.
I'm from Maynard, Mass. It's 5 square miles. You probably would drive through it and not even know you were in Maynard because you just hit a stoplight and you're now in Stowe. But
And where?
Stowe.
Stowe?
Stowe.
STOW.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's by like Lexington and Concord. So I grew up with a ton of history all around me, which is nice. But totally didn't appreciate that until I came here and people are like, I've never been to Boston. And I'm like, what? Like,
yeah.
but you need to go
haven't
there.
either?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
shoot.
never been
Dude,
to Boston.
you gotta go. Like,
Dude.
it's, you have to.
I fucking
Beautiful.
want to.
Just don't go in the winter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Go
want
when
to
it's
go
a
to.
little nicer.
Go in the fall, though, because it's super pretty.
What's the fucking baseball team?
The Reds.
Fenway.
The Red Sox?
Yeah.
Fenway.
Yeah,
I
you
wanna
gotta
go to
go to
Fenway.
Fenway. Yeah.
It's fine.
Whoa.
Did it overfill? No, it did.
Oh, I.
Dude, do you know
poured
the
it
nose
just
trick? Do you know the
right.
nose trick?
Yeah, the oils.
Go-
Yeah. It's like a good old college trick.
Dude, it's fine. I watch this all the time. It's really fine.
That's good. You're clean.
Hit
I
me
got
too.
you.
Do you want me to
Filler
pour
up.
it? Do you want me to pour
you
it?
can pill-
Give it-
yeah,
give
you
it-
can do it. Keep talking about mass.
Yeah, sorry.
But I graduated with a class of 80 people, like super small town. Then I went to UMass Amherst for undergrad, which was like a huge change because I was in class with like 500 people, which would have been my whole school in one classroom.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But dude, those lecture halls. Is that
Yeah,
like, dude,
yeah.
I've been in those lecture halls.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
no bueno.
I've been in those streets.
How the fuck are you supposed to learn on the real? Like, come on now.
You don't. You just like sit around and Google some stuff.
Those assholes talk
in
about I'm
class.
taking roll. Yeah, okay,
right.
bro.
And then I went to PT school in New York. And the only reason why I came out
In
here.
the LES.
Yeah. Shut up. The only reason why I came out to California was because I'm an identical twin and she went to PT school at USC. So I was like, oh, I'll do all my rotations in California. So we're close together. And I took a job in San Diego thinking, oh man, like there's no way she's leaving California. She's going to stay here. She'll either be in the Bay Area or she'll be in LA. And then it turns out she moved home.
Dude.
They flip flopped.
Yeah.
Wait, but you just skipped over the Bay Area.
Yeah, well,
You were in the Bay though. Cause
Yeah,
dude, the
yeah.
first day I met you, you were like, sorry, I'm like hella like talking. I talk with my hands. Sorry, like
yeah.
I don't want you to be
can't
like,
see
holy
that.
shit. Like, yo,
Coming at me.
yeah, yo, my
Don't
bad.
at me.
I'm atting you right now, saying. The first time I met you, you were like, "Are you from the Bay Area?" I was like, "Yeah, born and raised, East Bay, nickel dime." I even said that, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm like,
I can't bring my my bay out. Yeah.
"Yeah, like yo," but that's when anybody asks, it's like East Bay, nickel dime. That's what it is.
Bay nickel.
So yeah, but like, oh yeah, or you said my ex is from
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So wait, did you not live there?
So I did my last rotation at Stanford Hospital outpatient. So I
shit.
lived in the Bay Area for 2 months.
Oh, only 2 months.
Yeah, but then like I visited Oakland many times.
All day.
Yeah, all
Have you
day.
been to the Coliseum?
No.
What? All right, dude. You were totally cool.
Until
And you didn't
then.
take your lady to the fucking Oakland Coliseum? Come on now. What shit is that?
That's where he messed up.
Bro.
I went to an A's game.
Yeah, so you have been.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That
Oh
was
my
my
God,
first.
I was about to
that was my
say.
first visit to
Yo,
San Francisco.
that is
yeah.
straight up my heart and soul.
Yeah.
That stupid stadium, that piece of shit stadium. I've smoked a blunt in the outfield there.
Oh,
I
whoa.
fucking, bro, I've gotten, that same night, we got in a bus because Bart shut down, and I was so lit, and I was talking to all my homies, and they were all, dude, my whole favorite part of that night was at the end, they were like, I'm pretty sure you were blacked out, but you were like, yo, son, I'm from here. East Bay, nickel dime. Like, this like, who's from the Bay Area in this bus? And it was like, oh, I'm
Oh
from
my
here.
God.
And I was like running, like we were in a regular school bus.
Oh my god.
So I was like going down the middle, like giving high fives to fools that were from the Bay
That's
Area.
amazing.
I was like, that's what it is, son. We all Bay Area, you
You're
know,
a
like
hype
just
man.
hard. And, you know, so it's like that to me, that represents the Bay. Like, yo, you go there, I've had the sickest experiences in the parking lot. Like, people are probably like, whatever. I talk about it a lot, but dude, you go to a Raider game, it's like, I bought weed off a homie there. I was like, bro, I got $20. He was like, put his hand in the canister, just pulled out a handful, and he's like, bro, that's not a dub. He's like, I know. Boom, $20. I got papers from like the person next to me, got a lighter from another person. Dude, we're barbecuing, just smoking joints, all in the background, like, I got 5 on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, and that's just some bass shit. And then you hear like Mac Dre, and it's just like,
oh, you're doing it?
The turn up is so fucking real.
It was flight week.
Flight week?
Yeah.
So
with
the
all the
Blue
planes.
Angels?
With all the planes, yeah.
Dude, you
weekend.
did live in the Bay. That's a good thing. Dude, that's been forever. Since a little kid. Like, I remember going with my cousins, and it's like, what are we going to do? Like, oh, we're going to see Blue Angels. Like, oh, shit. And then you sit there, and you're just like, you know,
yeah.
hell is sick. But, I mean, did you ever go to San Francisco into the city?
Oh, yeah.
We had an experience
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Both of you together?
Well, yeah, Claire came. So I met Claire 2 months. So I did my last rotation where I'm working now. Met Claire, and there were super cheap flights to San Francisco. And I was like, come visit. Like, I'm staying in a guest house. So, like, there's plenty of space.
I was like, done.
And she was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I was like, whoa, okay, cool.
We didn't really know each other.
No.
So you like extended it and thinking
like,
that she wasn't going to come?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll just like nicely
Mistake
offer.
number 1, don't invite me somewhere without expecting me to show up.
But then she came and we did brunch in
Bottomless mimosas.
Oh yeah, but we were we
Butters.
showed up and there was a line. Obviously, we didn't make a reservation. We just like picked a random brunch spot. And this guy comes up and he was like, "So you guys want to start your bottomless mimosas out here
In line.
And we were like, "Hell yeah, sure."
We were the only ones that accepted.
Yeah. So by the time we sat down for brunch, it was already like 45 minutes into bottomless brunch. And we
this is like a pattern. 'Cause
Yeah.
you guys were talking about before the
It's just-
podcast.
you caught us in a bad time.
it was just all bad from there.
What we were talking about on the way here, and so Katie has now told me if she ever starts crying,
just
put her to bed. Yeah. So
Jesus Christ.
she's like, when the tears come out, I need to go to bed.
I'm like, that's when you know I'm not remembering much from that night.
And let me just say this. She started crying at 11 a.m. So those bottomless mimosas got her quick.
Wow, you a lightweight.
We didn't eat brunch yet.
Wait, I'm assuming you ate at some point and didn't soak up nothing?
It was not enough. I didn't eat enough. We
But
got like eggs. I needed like waffle, toast,
All the carbs.
Yeah, please make it a loaf of bread, please.
It's not a bad cry. Katie gets into like a sentimental cry. She'll be like, yo, I'm just so happy. She's like, I just love you guys so much.
Just so grateful. I'm so grateful for you guys right now.
That is classic.
Really, kinda.
It really does happen. And then I get on it. I'm like, I am too, man. And we're just like crying at bottomless mimosas, being super grateful.
Yeah. And then we hopped in an Uber and obviously had to go to the Golden Gate Bridge.
Obviously.
Couldn't find it for a little bit.
So-
How do you not find the Golden Gate Bridge?
Tell the Uber, be like, yo, go to the Golden Gate Bridge.
So we typed in Golden Gate Park.
That's the opposite side of the city.
Yo, so our Uber driver was
My
super
G.
nice. Oh, well, before that, before we hopped in the Uber, we went into Sprouts or something up there, like some supermarket. All of us got lost. We couldn't find
We lost each other.
And we just all come together and we have like 6 bags of chips.
We're like, we got the goods. We're ready for the bridge.
called an Uber, and the guy was like, "Where are you headed?" We were like, "Golden Gate Bridge."
He's like, no, you're not.
He was like, "That is not what you typed in."
Well, just have him change it.
And I was like, "So you mind helping us out? Like, that's where we want to go." And he was like, "Yeah, I can do that. We're going to be stuck in some traffic, though." And we were like, "That's okay. We got 6 bags of chips to eat."
What, did you get at least a variety, or was it all the same?
Well, we got salsa, guac.
Yeah, no, we had the dip.
Oh, you had like
too.
dips
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Tough.
We were ready for a picnic.
Tough. You should have gone to what's that park? Dolores Park.
Oh,
did.
we did.
Okay.
Sad.
So that was after brunch.
Wait. We're jumping the story. So wait. Yeah.
A lot of stuff happened within 24 hours.
What was that?
This
What
is
was
like
that?
the,
You were seriously-
yeah, it's like we gotta restart here.
That's the Katie move. She does that. She's like,
Dude, that was fucking. You didn't say anything, but your arms were just like, and you were just going back.
she
and
does the
forth.
shoulder and the hand. She's like, she'll look at me and she'll be like, and I'm like, ooh, okay.
Dude. Okay.
So we went to brunch. Then it
But
was.
you're in the Uber. You're in the Uber at this point.
No. Oh well, we actually did Uber to Dolores Park, but it was literally like a 2-minute
But what
walk.
happened to Golden Gate?
It
So
was
that was
after.
after Dolores Park.
Oh, so you were at Dolores Park first.
Yeah, but
Oh.
we literally walked around for over
To-
45 minutes trying to find a liquor
liquor
store.
Like, we should not have been
I've been-
looking for a liquor store, but
I know
we
exactly
couldn't.
where the liquor
we
store
couldn't
is, though.
find. They're on every corner,
And we
couldn't
literally
find
walked into like random stores, being like, "You guys sell beer?"
one. Like, you got the alcohol. You got the alcohol.
They're like, no.
They're like, no, and you don't need it.
So you guys are hammered after mimosas, looking for alcohol at Dolores Park.
Yep.
We didn't find it. Thankfully,
Thankfully.
God was looking out for us because we did not need more.
But maybe found some shrooms or something.
Yeah. No.
No.
Dude, at Dolores
No.
Park, you can buy
No.
anything.
Yeah. No. People were.
Yeah.
People were passing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Got you. Next subject.
So then we left Dolores Park, went to the grocery store, all got lost. Then we hop in an Uber, and we're sitting in traffic. I'm in the front seat. Those two are in the back. They both pass out. So now I'm the only one up talking to my Uber driver. And this guy is like old, and he was like, "So how's your day?" And I was like, "Good." I was like, "Oh God, this is bad." And I started asking him all these questions.
About what?
I don't
She's
You
holding
were-
the
yeah,
conversations.
yeah,
She's holding
yeah.
down the fort. I'm like half awake, half asleep. I'm like, thank God Katie's in the front because I don't want to have a conversation with anyone.
But I literally hear the
What was
wind.
that?
Because it gets good.
I hear the window go down behind me.
Uh-oh.
My twin sister's sitting behind
Oh,
me.
so
right?
it's you, your twin sister, and
Claire. Yeah.
Okay.
And I hear the window go down, and I'm like, "Oh, they're up." And I turn, and I just see my twin sister
Puking out the
puking
window.
out the window.
Out of the moving car.
Oh
Car.
yeah,
And-
I've been there.
And I was like, well, at least it wasn't in the car.
Yep.
And like the guy didn't even flinch. Like he did not even realize that she did it real quick. Like got it
bleh,
out,
done.
rolled up the window. That didn't happen.
Yeah, and I was like, I hope Katie keeps talking because
Was it on the car?
Yeah.
Yo,
wait.
we all hop out of the truck. It was a truck. A white truck.
A white truck.
Yeah.
Details.
Details. What color was the puke?
Orange.
Mimosa.
Literally, like, all on the side. And I literally go, "Oh," and Eric goes, "Shh.
Don't tell.
Don't say anything."
We were like,
Ooh.
ooh.
And I was
Thanks
like,
for the ride.
Yeah, you really did us a solid and dropped us off at the place we wanted to go. By the way, you got puke on the side of your car. Gonna need a car wash, bro.
Damn. Dude, at least it was on the outside.
Yeah.
Bro. That's all that fucking matters.
And we didn't drink. We didn't drink after the bottom of mimosas, so we stopped drinking at like 12, and we're drunk until like 9 p.m.
Yeah, well,
don't know
no,
what was
we
in
had
this.
we had some Coronas
Oh well, that's
as
fine.
we were at the bridge.
We had like
And
one
then-
Corona.
And we were trying to get down by the surf.
Yeah, I know where it's at.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Couldn't
we
find
couldn't
it.
find that. So like we went
I can see that.
we went
I can see that.
we went off-roading and we found this super sick spot.
We were in the woods.
And
On the other side of the bridge? Is this like on the
Nah.
north side or like?
I don't know.
No, never mind.
Ask
never
a
mind. Never
wrong
mind. Never
person.
mind. Never mind. Never mind.
We found ourselves in some bushes,
Bushes.
but it was a sick view. And like people like looked at our pictures afterwards. They're like, "Yo,
Whoa,
I've never
yeah.
seen that."
They were like, "Whoa, the bridge looks so different from that angle."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Yeah, it's a secret spot."
Oh, Jesus.
We
Oh,
can't find it again.
You gotta be like in that. You ever see that movie Beer Fest, where like the dude doesn't remember how they got there in the beginning, but then they get him shit faced, and he's like, "Oh,
And
I
then
remember
he
exactly."
remembers.
Yeah, and he remembers exactly how to get
That's
back
what we
there.
need to do. We need
Yeah.
to backtrack our steps, drink mimosas, and then do the whole thing
Exactly,
again.
Yeah.
and be like, "Okay, we
We'll
did
find
this,
the
this,
spot.
boom," and then you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
All right.
every time. No, the only reason I know that is because last year, me and my pops ran the San Francisco Marathon, and you
Which
have
is
Oh,
sick, by
that's
the
one
way.
of the best marathons to run. Like,
Yeah.
one of the top rated. Just purely on views and like
Right.
the whole experience.
dude, it's tough, bro. I'm not gonna
Is
lie.
it hilly? It's hilly, right?
It's okay. I feel like I trained harder the hills here in San Diego than any of the hills that were on there. The hills in that marathon are gradual.
Ooh,
Okay.
the
They're not
sneaky
straight
type,
up, yeah.
the sneaky type.
The ones that were actually gnarly were the ones going down. And
Yeah,
'cause,
that
dude, you're
hurts.
running on your fucking
That
on your
hurts.
knees so gnarly.
I know that pain. Oof.
I don't know about all that.
Ouch,
but the
ouch,
long
ouch.
ones are definitely like a gradual incline, which are harder because it's you think, "Oh, I can do this no problem." And then by the time you're like halfway up, you're all shit.
I got
Yeah.
so much more to go.
Yeah, but I feel like the hills weren't that bad. Honestly, it was just the amount of running because I'd never done that much up to that point. I'd done
Right.
20 miles was my most. But dude, 17 miles, I remember I got like a pain that shot from my knee all the way through the middle of it. And I was like, dude, I broke my kneecap. And I
He's
was-
got weak glutes.
Ooh.
Dude,
you need to
and
do
weak
those
ass
hip
feet.
thrusters.
dude, yeah, the fucking weak ass feet.
Talk about that.
Bro, that's a haunting thing.
That's what I'm saying. We call people out.
Dude, you
That's
hella
our
did.
job.
We were doing something. I remember what it was, and you were like,
Side
"Yeah, 'cause you
steps.
got weak ass feet." And I was like, "What do you mean I got weak ass feet?"
No, you were like, wait, Katie, why can't I do this? And she straight up was like, because you got weak ass feet.
And
And
now
you
I'm-
were like, whoa.
"Yeah, dude." And at the gym now, I was telling you this like a couple sessions later, or whatever. I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm in the gym, and I just hear like a little voice in my head, like weak ass feet."
That needs to be a song. You got weak ass feet.
Dude, shout out to Homeboy.
Yeah.
Welcome to the hotel. Where's the weak ass feet? Let's get it. Like Homeboy knows how to make a song.
Drop a beat.
Yo, so I'm actually real aware now when I'm walking to try to walk on the outside as well, not just like because I feel when I'm looking at my right foot, I always just go straight to the toe.
Yeah.
Or like when I'm standing, I need to stand.
Well, you need orthotics.
I have orthotics,
But you also wear Vans all the time.
Shoot.
but I wear orthotics with Adidas.
Yeah. But
You need to wear.
It's
You need to
like-
put them
But
in
what?
all your
Oh,
shoes.
shoes.
I
You
wear
need
'em
to
in all
take
my
a-
shoes.
Oh, okay.
I do. I wear them in the Vans now too.
Good.
okay.
So that's it's getting better. But dude, until you started popping my ankle,
yeah.
remember I was telling you just the other day, I was like, bro, my ankle is like starting to feel hella crazy underneath the pressure of it on the outside. But then you popped it a bunch, and now it's like chill.
Magic.
Yeah.
Go
I
to
have-
PT, everyone.
yeah. I have
Dude.
one patient that literally goes, "I'll take all the pain because I know once I stand up, my foot doesn't hurt anymore." And I was like,
Dude.
"Okay, just keep coming back."
Well, dude, and then
Right.
you had a customer. What do you say?
Patient.
Patient. There you go.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're super gnarly today or something, or was that you? They were talking about how much pressure you were applying
Oh,
during the
yeah.
massage.
Probably me.
I think it was you. And they
Yeah.
were just like, ugh.
Yeah, you get some. Okay, again, some older gentlemen are babies. They can't take it,
can't be
and then you
taking no
get the
pain.
older women, and they're like taking it
Bring
like a
it.
champ.
Yeah, they're like, "Bring it, please."
I mean, I gotta say, shout out to women. Like, if you're having a baby,
We know pain,
yeah,
right?
you
Well,
know pain.
we don't know it yet, but
Yeah, well, yeah.
one day. No, but for real, like, you ever hear of the man flu?
What?
The man flu.
What's
That's a
that?
thing. Like
A
when
man
men,
flu?
yeah, when men get sick, it's like the end of the world, and like I don't
they're
know.
on. They're in
Oh.
bed dying.
They're like, I can't move, and they literally just have a cold. It's called the man flu. Like the same thing with
I'm sorry.
treating
I
men.
I actually have to pay for everything I have, and I don't give a fuck how sick I am. I will fucking get through that
Right,
shit.
yeah,
I'm not
keep
no
going.
pussy ass. Oh, fucking.
No,
Come
it's
on
true
now.
though. It's true. We all the time we get told. I mean, we bruise people. We're not like hitting. But people come in, they're like, "Yo, I was bruised and I had to tell my wife or my husband it was my PT."
Dude.
Yeah.
After
Did
the
she
first
bruise
ti-
you?
Dude, yeah,
Probably.
it was up in the upper right part of this calf because that's where you said there was like knots and shit right here. And then the next day after she did it, and it was she had that stupid tool.
Oh, the tool.
And it was so like clack, 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 clack. And you could
Yeah.
hear it. And then the next day it was like spotty. And it
Yeah.
was, I remember telling you specifically because you asked me if I had ever had swelling or bruising. I was like, dude, not once.
Yeah.
But then after you did that was the first time since my injury that I had any bruising or shit. And I was just like,
You
dude,
got better though, right?
I did. I got
Brings
a lot
blood
better.
to the surface.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all good stuff. It
Yes.
just doesn't look as pretty.
Yeah.
No, definitely. So it was definitely better, but it was definitely a learning
That's
experience
painful.
as well.
That's
Yeah.
painful.
Well, and so I'm in PT right now too because I got foot pain, and
Like plantar fasciitis or what? Is it your arch or is it your foot?
like it comes on randomly. Like if I'm sitting for too long or when I wake up in the morning, it sounds like plantar fasciitis, but it's not because it's not like where it would hurt. It's kind of weird and it feels more nervy for me. But I got PT the other day and my coworker like dug into my calf a lot, and I woke up the next day being like, "Dang, do I have a DVT? Like my calf kills like
What's a DVT?
a deep
Blood
vein."
clot.
Yeah.
A what?
A blood clot.
A blood clot.
And
Yeah.
I've had one before, so I was like, "Oh, it's feeling quite similar to that." Like not like I'm having some resting pain just because it was just sore. And I stood up and I was like, no, that's just because they dug
got
in.
dug into.
Yeah, I was like, I needed that, but also I was sore for 3 days.
Right. Like,
Whoa.
ouch.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
This actually brings me to a question. As a doctor, do you find yourself, for both of you,
Yeah.
do you find yourselves overanalyzing your own symptoms? No.
Unfortunately, no.
No.
I feel like we don't pay attention to our own
Yeah.
bodies because we do it all day.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have trouble even like sticking to our own stuff. That's why we have to go to PT. And like a lot of the time people will be like, "Oh, I could do this at home." And a lot of things that you do, you probably could do at home too. But will you?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You know, like so that's half of PT is just the accountability.
Yeah.
And we need to be treated too. And again, like yeah, we do it every day and it's hard to like think about your body in that way. I feel like it's way harder to diagnose yourself with things like movement or just PT related. Like I can't look at myself. I can't even look at my squat. Like I can videotape myself and I'll be like, duh, I don't know what's wrong. But I'll give it to Katie or Bree or whatever, one of our coworkers, and they're like, oh, this. I'm like, well, yeah, duh. But I don't know what it is. Like
Well, it
diagnosing
feels
yourself.
Yeah, and it feels different, like because you know what it should look like or what you want it to look like. So then when you are looking at yourself doing something, you're like, it's pretty close, right? And you're like, nah.
No, let's be real.
Damn. I feel like you'd be like even more of a stickler on yourself. Because like as a skateboarder, that's, dude, I would watch my own footage. I'm like, no, fuck that.
Right.
Like I can't, no, I have to do it again. And then my homies will watch it and they'll be like, bro, it was fine.
Look fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
nah. But see, that's kind of the opposite with y'all.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it kind of depends. Like I haven't, knock on wood, been in like a ton of pain where I'm like, oh, let me like check this out. It's like more like infrequent where I'm like, ooh, that kind of hurts.
I think we can be really stubborn, like a majority of the people. I mean, so Katie was my physical therapist. This is kind of like how we really got to know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she was a student at our clinic, and I was getting really bad shoulder pain, and I was just being stupid and continuing to do everything I wanted to do. So I was lifting heavy, climbing.
And you already an
Doing stuff.
established doctor there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was doing stupid stuff. Like, I can't listen to myself. I need somebody else to tell me. I can tell people what to do, but
Yeah.
listening to myself is really hard. So I had Katie treat me, and she was like, dude, you need to stop doing overhead press and pull-ups.
It
hurts.
hurt? And she was like, yeah, within the first rep. I'm not even full range. I feel the pain. And I'm like,
and she's like, stop.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, you're so right. And then I stopped. I'm like, hey, Katie, I'm better. And she's like, yeah, dude, like you should have done that 5 months ago.
Yeah.
It's just really hard to it is really hard to treat yourself.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Or just be accountable. That's why it's awesome that we work in the setting that we do, because we get to be treated by our coworkers.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
What happened to Pete's shoulder?
Oh, his dog. So
The
he took
bracelet,
off
the gratitude
he took off
bracelet.
the gratitude bracelet.
Yeah, we skipped off that.
The next day, he went to swat his dog away from another dog, and outstretched arm pushed the dog. The dog is 80 pounds.
Yeah.
And instant pain in the shoulder. He totally has a slap tear. It's actually pretty bad. It's very irritable. He can't let it calm down either. I mean, he works.
He uses his arms. He's, pulling
lifting
shit.
things for people, setting things up, going up high. I don't know. I feel terrible. He's in a lot of pain.
Yeah. But the moral of the story, don't cut off your
gratitude
bracelet.
Next day, he goes, can I do another one?
He tied another one on.
Tied a new one on.
Hey, respect. Respect.
He's like, I'm so nervous for this to fall off, because then.
Yeah, he went skydiving yesterday.
Wow.
And he was like, my shoulder feels great. And he's like, it must be all the adrenaline. 3 hours later, he goes, dang, my shoulder hurts.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You just jumped out of an airplane?
That's what I said. I was like, yo, are you supposed to be doing that?
Yeah, I know.
From 30,000 feet?
Yeah.
He's like, it's adrenaline therapy.
Yeah, he was
Alright.
like, it's basically like cryotherapy or whatever.
It's a stretch, Pete.
Yeah,
Stretch.
yeah.
It's a stretch.
Science. That's okay. That's a line all the time. I'm spitting stuff to my patients, or saying, describing what's going on, and I know it's starting to go over their head, and I'm like, and science.
Nice.
I'm like, science is happening, and they're like, oh, okay.
Dude, what with physical therapy, what comes after just being where you're at right now? Is there, I know you said you can get promoted within your company that you're in, but is there another level to what you guys already do, or is this kind of you're there and this is what your profession is?
No, I think the beauty of physical therapy is you can do so many things.
Yeah.
You literally can do, the world
You can
is
change your setting. You can be in a
Yeah.
hospital. You can work with kids. You can be in a pool. You
work
could.
with athletes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then also we're always doing our own things too. There's side gigs that you can do all the time, or treating people on your own, or things like that. But yeah, and we can work anywhere too. So that's awesome. As far as we'll always have a job. People always need PT. So
Yeah.
we don't ever have
Job
to worry about that job
security.
security.
Well, and I think the thing I'm looking forward to most in my career is having a student and being like, I'm now influencing how you
future.
will treat, or I'm at least showing you things that I feel is valuable, and I'm really looking forward to that.
An apprentice.
Yeah.
Learn from my
Yeah,
experiences.
yeah. It's a ton of work. Every CI I've ever had, I've been like, whoa, you put in a lot of hours with me. I appreciate you so much. I've learned so much from you.
Yeah.
Do you
Shout
say
out
that?
to all my CIs. Oh,
Do
yeah.
you say yo, I appreciate you?
Oh,
Totally.
yeah, 100%. I always write them a big thank you card and give them a gift, because they don't get paid extra for having a student, but it's a ton more hours onto your day. But
That's been one thing I feel like I can relate to within our little small team at Seven Seas, whether it's the Orange County location or our flagship store down here in South Park. It saying I appreciate you guys, I'm so grateful for you, first off, thank you kind of thing. It goes so much farther
I know.
than anything else you do.
I mean, people want to feel valued or like know that what they're doing like actually like matters to you. So I mean, I'm literally always saying like thank you or like yo, you're doing great.
Yep, killing it.
Yeah,
crushing it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
The gratitude bracelets.
Gratitude bracelets.
Yeah.
Tie one on, peeps.
Dude. One thing also that I wanted to just what do you guys plan to do? Like, I mean, you just said that that's the one thing you're looking forward to. Is there anything, Claire, that you're looking forward to as well?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have always had plans of moving up as far as like managerial type of work, like administrative stuff, and that's one of the reasons why I took this job is because Select Therapy has so much potential for growth, and like Bree, my boss, is awesome, and so I'm going through some of that training right now as far as like in the future being in a more managerial role. I'll still be able to treat a full caseload and stuff like that, but I've always had kind of a businessy side of me, and I enjoy that kind of stuff and like being able to run a business or like a small clinic or something like that. So that's definitely in my future.
Boss.
Yeah, I would like to do that. Yeah.
Right. Well, I have to go to the bathroom real quick, but if I'm going to give you a subject that you can actually explain like in super detail.
Okay. Details.
Why did you get into physical therapy?
Oh gosh. Okay. So I've had 4 knee surgeries myself. Played basketball in college. And I was a patient. I had to do it myself, and it was grueling, but I remember stepping through the doors like first day, and I was like, yo, I could do this, and I think I would love doing this. And so I think that's kind of like the typical physical therapy story. Like, why are you a PT? Oh, I went to PT.
Yeah. Literally ask any girl that's in PT. Oh, I tore my ACL.
Yeah, exactly.
But
torn ACLs,
same.
Yeah. And I think I also, it was, you know, I got great PT, but I was also left just getting back to function and not necessarily like getting back to being able to play my sport at the highest level. And so that it was always like, I want to be a physical therapist that gets people ready to do like what they're going to do. Like I want to be different. And so that kind of always drove me, and I'm a big planner. So I kind of knew what I wanted to do like freshman year of high school, and here I am doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, she knows that.
Clap,
but
clap.
clap. But yeah, I mean, I genuinely love going to work every day, and I think you can say the same thing. And like, there's never a day where I wake up and I'm like, ugh, I have to go be a physical therapist.
Yeah, it's never
I'm like heck yeah, I get to be a physical therapist.
Yeah, well, it's totally never like, oh, I hate my job. It's more like, oh, dang, I gotta wake up.
Yeah,
go to
just
work.
waking up.
Yeah, and then you're at work and you're like, oh, I love this. I love all my people.
Yeah, and I think our clinic is just run so differently.
Yeah,
like we're literally a little family. So we rag on each other, and poor Katie's the new girl, so she's the brunt of all the jokes, which I was too when I first
Everybody
got
gotta pay
there.
your dues. You gotta pay your dues.
She's got to pay her dues.
But
so,
like, I'm the grandma. Like, it's not that
we call
cool
her
being
Instagrammy.
the grandma, but
You're pretty grandma.
She is.
But in like
But
a
she's
really
like a
cool
hipster,
way, though.
cool
Yeah,
grandma.
no, that's exactly right. Because I was like, I did say to you, your shoes are hella sick, and you said to me, dude, they call me grandma. I said, well, they are pretty, but then when I looked at you, I was all, you are wearing a cardigan.
nothing wrong with the cardigan.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that there's anything wrong with the cardigan. I
true.
have one. But you have like the super thin pink ones that like.
No, it's that she takes her collar out of the cardigan. So it's like a cardigan with the collar popped outside of it.
people
that's G,
hating.
No, that's G
It
though.
is,
it
but
looks
it's very
steezy.
grandma.
But then your shoes are steezy too, though. But they are hella grandma status too, though, because you got like.
No
that.
way, those aren't grandma, are they? I don't think so.
Yeah, no, they're hipster grandma. They're back now.
They're
It's
still
like,
grandma,
they're-
but like yeah, they're cool.
Yo, Cole Haan, if you're listening, I'll be sponsored.
Dude, real quick. I mean, you might have gone over it while you were I had stepped away.
Yeah.
You said 4 knee surgeries,
Yeah.
dude.
I know. Stupid.
What the hell on both knees?
Yeah,
or just
so
one knee?
three on one on the other.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Before
dude.
I was 20.
What were you doing,
Soccer and basketball.
dude?
Being an athlete. Yeah, stupid. But I mean, that's why I'm a physical therapist. All the time people are like, ooh, that sucks. And I'm like, yeah, it does. But it taught me a lot. And I think I
true.
was like way stronger mentally, physically because of it.
Well, it drives you in a sense. That could be like what motivate. Do you think that's like a kind of what motivates you to keep
All the
doing
time.
what you're doing?
Oh, all the time. I'm always super grateful for my body because I have been at points where I couldn't do anything, and watching people and being very jealous of people because they were out, running. And like anytime that I'm running or doing things that are really hard and I'm like, I want to quit, I'm like, no, you can do this. Like the fact that you can even do this is amazing. And so things that are like painful and really tough, I almost enjoy. It's like kind of sick. I'm like,
No, that's legit. I'm the same way.
I like it where I'm like, oh my God, this really hurts my body in a good way. It's super hard, foreign to me, and I feel really shitty doing it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is amazing.
Well, it's a metaphor for life, right?
Yeah.
Because if you can get through this bullshit,
Right.
anything else that is actually challenging you, you're like,
Yep.
not a problem.
All the time.
It's all
I'm
good.
always like, Claire, remember when you couldn't walk? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, be grateful that you can sprint and do these things. So yeah.
When I broke my back, I remember sitting there in my grandma's house.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma's, at this point, my grandma now is 92, so this is
Dang.
5 years
whoa.
ago.
What's her secret?
Dude, never drank, never smoked.
Oh,
we got one of
we're
those, too.
failing.
Yeah, we're failing tough right now.
Failing.
But this is like 5
We're
years
still
ago,
gonna
so
make
she's like 87, 88.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in a room in her house with pillows. Like, I'm an old person. Like, pillows under my ass, pillows on my back. And I'm sitting there with my legs up, and I can't do shit because I had a broken back.
Mm-hmm.
I see her, and I'm like, dude. And I just like, how did this happen?
Right. It's
She's-
roles reversed.
She's knocking on the door like, mijo, do you want chilaquiles? Yeah, Grandma, I'll be out there in a minute. Yeah, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be out there in a sec, Grandma. But that shit, when I think about that, that's kind of like the motivation that gets me going because, like yourself, remember when you couldn't even walk?
Right.
Remember when all you could do was sit and watch Sons of Anarchy
Oh,
on
all seasons.
all seasons
Yeah.
for 4 months, just
Right.
letting your back heal?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you know
Puts
what I
things
mean?
into perspective.
It's I look at my brain. When I'm mentally there, I don't give a fuck about my physical part. It's all about the brain. I look at it like it's a piece of clay.
Yeah.
And when I close my eyes, I could see it like a chisel and a hammer, just like, bitch, you're gonna fucking just like talking shit, and it's like carving it,
Yeah.
and it's like you're getting over that.
Yeah.
Right.
You're doing this, you're doing that, and
Bettering
It's
yourself.
shaping you.
it's shaping your mentality. It's shaping you as a person.
Totally.
I mean, what about you, Katie?
I also had a knee injury, but so my twin sister tore her ACL. We're mirror image twins. So like
Describe
mirror-
that
yeah,
for
what
those
is
who
that?
don't understand.
mirror image identical twins. So we were looking at each other while we were developing
In the
So,
womb.
Yeah.
What-
And
so, like face or
Face to face.
yeah, face to face.
okay.
And so she's left-handed, I'm right-handed. She tore her left ACL, I tore my right ACL.
This is the thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
I've never
have
heard
a-
of this.
Yeah, I have a right cross eye. She has a left cross eye. Yo, I have
The
my
glasses
glasses
didn't
on,
even-
but like
What?
if I take these off, you're gonna be like, yo, put those back on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never noticed you have a cross eye.
Yeah.
No.
I had it well.
I look at your eyes like when I'm talking to you. I've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
seen you have a cross eye. That's
yeah,
crazy.
okay, well, ready?
Let me see.
Crossed.
Oh.
Whoa.
Mind blown.
And not crossed.
How is that?
So I have a weak muscle, so the glasses make the muscle not have to work so hard. So, and like I'm pretty tired right now. I worked.
Oh, sorry.
I worked my second job today. So
Hustling.
I literally, when I'm really tired, my eye just like creeps in. My mom thought me and my sister were playing with her eyes, and she'd be like, knock it off. Like, you guys need to quit playing with your eyes.
Oh,
And we'd
because hers would go left, yours would
and
go
my
right.
Yeah, and she'd be like, stop doing that. And we'd be like, ha, what do you mean, Mom?
Like, huh?
And So I've had glasses since I was like 4.
So this has been a thing. You guys always do opposites.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. So
Now
I'm
they're on
assuming you're
opposite
like,
coasts.
are you like
Yeah.
a right-handed strong like right and she writes left?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Okay.
Mind-blowing.
So she tore her ACL first, and the orthopedic surgeon was literally like, "Oh, you're an identical twin," and she was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "So I'll see her in about 6 months." And literally, like 6 months on the dot, I tore mine. And we
Crazy.
were like,
To the day?
yeah, basically, more or less. Like, she started running again and was like trying to get back. And I was like, don't worry, I'll recruit for the both of us. And then the first tournament, first game of spring season, junior year of high school, tore my ACL. So it's like, dang. But we were in PT. So I was mentally in PT with her for 6 months. Then I was physically in PT myself for 6 months.
But I remember I asked you about this. I said the one thing I know about twins is that you guys can like feel each other.
Oh, yeah.
Did you feel
So
her injury?
I was literally, she was playing sweeper and I was playing defensive mid. So we were kind of like close to each other. And it was like a punt from the like opposing goalie. And
I know soccer. I know
well,
soccer.
okay.
Yeah, I was like a punt. That's football.
And she went up to win the ball, and the girl like took her down, and she landed and fell. She didn't cry right away. She just yelped, and I was like, "Guys, she tore her ACL," and they were like, "No, she didn't." And I was like, "She did," and I was just like bawling my ass out. And she was like not even crying. And I was like, it's bad.
You could
I
feel
know
it?
it's bad. And they were like, it's fine. It's fine. It's going to be fine. And I was like, no, it's not.
Dang.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So that
lot
made
busy.
you be a PT?
Yeah. And then like, I was also super close with my grandparents, and they had a lot of PT like towards their end of life. And I was like, wow, you guys, like, PT makes a difference even for the elderly and, like, bringing them comfort and, like, independence. And I think that's why I connect so well with old people, because I'm like, yo,
She is, yeah, exactly. Like, Instagrammy, like, treats all the Grammys. And she's so good at it. Like, really good.
I just love it.
She
that's
steals,
tight.
she steals my older patients. Like, they'll walk through the door. And she'll be like, hey, so-and-so, hey, so-and-so. And I'll look at her. I'll be like, yo, step back. Those are my patients.
My
She's like
patients.
trying to creep in and take them over. And they're like, oh, Katie.
They see the cardigan in the old people's shoes.
I connect.
They're like, I wore that yesterday.
Oh, I used to match with one of my patients as a student.
No,
Like,
you didn't.
I'd pull, like, she'd walk in and I was like, oh my God, so-and-so, we're matching today. And would literally be wearing, like, almost the same
The same
outfit.
thing. And the woman was like 80 something.
I take it you're under 30.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 26.
But we
About to
say
be
Katie
27.
going on 80.
Yeah.
Katie
Katie
do
going
remember
on
that.
80.
I do remember that. Dude, you're 26. Yo, some of the people that I work with at the coffee shop who are like baristas are like 26. I'm like, huh? It's like baristas, doctor. Like, no shade to anybody. It's just like,
We need the baristas. But
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
all on track. We're doing well.
Yeah.
dude, are you the same age?
27. Just turned 27.
Y'all killing the game.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yo, in a lot of debt, though.
Yeah.
But it's the best
That's
investment
yeah,
you'll
yeah,
ever make.
Yeah, you invested in yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Heck yeah.
yep.
Don't
All right.
regret it at all.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I do not regret going back to college. I do no, I don't have any regrets.
There you
but
go.
It's fuck it. Dude,
Yeah.
whatever.
Hashtag no regrets.
Dude, you got to
Yeah,
do it,
regrets.
right? That's the only way you're going to make it in this country.
Yeah.
You have to.
There you are. You're guaranteed a certain salary with a doctorate and stuff like that. So like we'll be set for life, but it does stink how much college costs.
Yeah.
Something's
Dude.
got to change there, but
Something seriously got to change there.
I don't
But
have the
Well,
answers.
and now like everything needs a college degree. Like, oh, you want to be a cop? You know, you need a criminal,
justice. Yeah, no, you need
justice degree.
undergraduate degree. Yeah.
like something. It's like not easy. I don't know.
Dude,
yeah,
my
no, you have to
homegirl-
go to school.
dude, my homegirl Leah, but the one I told you about, she's fucking trying to either be in like the Coast Guard or a cop or she was trying to be like a correctional officer, but she graduated from San Diego State, I think in criminal justice or something like that. That's what you have to have.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
There's not as much trade.
Yeah.
Trade schools and things like that.
I mean, even with the trade schools though, in coffee roasting, like you gotta fucking.
Yeah.
Now there's even schools for that, so you have to like get through it. So get your certifications, do whatever. But ladies, we've done an hour and 25.
Dang.
We keep it about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Did
Wrap it up.
did not.
Stop talking.
We could definitely keep going. Like do you guys need to be anywhere, or we could just wrap it up right now?
No, we're cool.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hanging.
So the last things that I wanted to ask you is just basically like, do you have any like future plans aside from just? I mean, you have another job right now.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Hashtag Lululemon. Yo, I rep that brand all the time.
Are you trying to get into like lifting, like hard? Both of you, are you trying to get into?
She's gonna run a half marathon and then a marathon.
I have plans to run the Carlsbad Marathon in January.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
But are you trying to get into lifting, like powerlifting?
I am. That's
Compete?
me.
That's what you want to do?
That's on my list. Yeah, I'm going to, I should say, compete
Damn.
in powerlifting. I've always been into lifting since my knee injuries, like strength training, getting back into basketball and stuff, and playing basketball in college, having to do that. So I've always loved it. That's kind of like where I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But I've been stupid in the past, and I've been always like, oh, I can be stronger. I'm not going to compete until I'm like the strongest that I've ever been.
Yeah.
And then injuries come into play and all this stuff. So now I'm more like, screw it. I'm going to get kind of strong, and I'm just going to compete. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
just
just going
go
to
for
sign
it.
up for something and do it.
Fuck it.
Yeah. So that's
like
in my
that.
future.
Dude, this is another thing. It's kind of like an underlying theme of the show is music.
Yeah.
I could talk about music till I'm like blue in the face. Honestly,
I know. Make me a
anything.
playlist.
I know.
Follow me on Spotify.
I'll follow you on Spotify.
I don't even know what that really does. Anyway,
I don't know
follow
what that
people
does
too.
either.
I'm like, I don't see anything that they post. And
Yeah.
I have so many homies that will just be back and forth all day. I've been into some serious R&B lately.
Nice.
Serious. All in my feels.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hard, tough, and for no reason. My homie texted me today. He was all. I sent him this song. I'm like, hey, this is a song called "Not for Me" or something like that by this chick named Celeste, and he texted me back. Damn, homie, are you okay? You going through some shit? I was like,
I know.
I was like,
I just
bro,
like the
no.
song.
I just like the song.
Yeah.
I thought it was, it's deep.
Yeah.
But it's.
It
I
hits
like
you, but it's like a good hit.
It's a good ass
it's like-
hit. He's like, oh, okay, I'm just making sure. I was shout out Manny. Thanks for looking out
Yeah,
for me.
I know. Good friend.
Yeah.
That is a good friend.
But I was like, no, bro. And then so we just started going back and forth. But it's like I have my homie Manny, I have my homie Brady, I have my homie Regis, my homie
What about
Jensen.
Brian?
No Brian.
Fuck Brian.
It's fucking Brian. It's
Fucking
coming.
Brian.
It's like okay. It's like Katie, Claire. Oh, fucking Brian's coming.
Oh shit.
Like,
Wait.
yeah, hey, Brian.
You're awesome, man. Keep it up. Keep doing you.
Keep going. Go. Just go. Just like, oh, wait, we got to go.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But that's, I have so many homies I'll just be texting songs to.
Yeah.
And it's back and forth. They're like, oh, yo, check out this chick or check out this guy. And so me and Manny specifically, we go in the fields pretty tough. He's like, oh, yo, check out this chick. Check out this chick. Like Sabrina Claudio, Snow Allegra, like all these super R&B feel stuff. But when you guys are working out, what are you guys listening to? Like, what gets you going? If you're about to fucking start pumping tough and like
Sometimes, I like old school.
a PR.
Like I'll listen to, I guess not super old school, but I listen to like Snoop. And I'll listen to like,
What song right now is like your number one go-to
oh gosh.
besides maybe
Besides me, I know that is.
and Ashanti?
And Ashanti.
Shoot, those are my top two.
When you need a good pump,
Oh my god. Well, okay, so I have a certain like connection with, Snoop. Right?
Oh my god.
Drop It Like It's Hot?
Drop It Like It's Hot. That was the first song on my iPod, like my first iPod ever. That was
Wait,
the first
if
song.
Yo,
if
she
you were gonna
met
go, if I'm gonna
Snoop.
go,
Oh yeah,
Whoa.
that's another story.
whoa, okay. If
We don't
I
have
was to
time for
wait,
that
Wait,
story.
wait. No, we have time for that. We have time how you met Snoop. But if I were to go to your playlist right now and you were in the gym, if I come up to you on the gym, no hands on the waist, just be like, hey, yo, Claire, what song is it? You're like,
Drop
Snoop
It
Dogg,
Like
Drop
It's
It Like It's
Hot.
Hot?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. And my mom would like look at my iPod and tell me what I was not allowed to have on there. And I remember being like, oh, okay, my first 5 songs on my first iPod, Drop It Like It's Hot, Snoop Dogg. And she's like, excuse me? No. And I was like, what? But it's catchy. She's like, do you even know what they're saying in that? I don't know.
No.
There's probably bad words in there. But it was, yeah.
I swear I won't learn any of the words.
No.
Just let me listen to the song.
Just let me listen to the beat. Yeah, no. So old school stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I did meet Snoop. But
Hold on.
yeah,
What's
we
your
got
top
it.
song? And then we're going to go to How You Met Snoop.
Well, I always just play the New Song Friday playlist on Spotify because
Oh, boring.
uh,
Come on.
yeah.
You don't have one song that gets you going?
yo, I don't know.
What?
you probably do. You can just think of it.
Yeah.
She's like meditating as she's lifting.
Yeah, and she's got her podcast. Okay, better question. What podcasts do you listen to? Is it
There you go.
enriching? Is it like a TED Talk? Is it more economically based? Is
Well, it depends. Sometimes I get into like the series, like Serial. Highly recommend.
Ooh.
That was
Yeah.
a great podcast.
They have documentaries on
yeah,
Netflix about
I
that.
know, I know.
Yep.
And then I used to listen to a lot PTs and Pints.
Yeah. Shout
Oh,
out
that's-
to
podcast.
Pines.
Yeah.
Wait, is that?
It's like literally PTs talking over a beer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
like,
No,
wait, isn't that
not
your
our
thing?
PTs and Pints.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, you do a podcast too? I was like, what
We
the
should.
fuck?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Dude.
And then I listened to that show that it became a show.
Diagnosis.
No. It's about the wife that got married and the guy was like a fraud. He was a doctor.
Dirty John.
Yeah, Dirty John.
Yeah,
Yo,
I listened to that one.
I was running to that and I was literally like running, being like, shit, I gotta get away from this dude. Like, I was like, dang, this
Being
is so
chased.
messed up. It was, yeah, that was a good one.
Dirty John was a good one. I listened to that one.
Yeah. And then like I'll listen to like research ones just to like kind of stay fresh a little bit.
Damn.
Always
All right.
learning.
All
Yeah.
right, dude. Sick. No, that's chill. Okay.
Yeah.
How did you
Okay.
meet Snoop?
So it was last year. I had moved out to California. Right. I was living a life of yes. I'll just say that.
I already like how that's going. I got a song. I got to show you this. I'll show you after
Okay.
this. Okay.
I was literally like saying yes to everything, pretty much. I mean, not anything bad, but so
Yes, I get you. I feel you. I already know.
I
already know.
Yes Man, the movie, like
Yeah.
that was me. I was
Yes.
doing stuff like people were like, oh, you want to go do this, and I was like, yes.
Yeah. I feel you.
And then I would
feel
be
you.
like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did that. So Labor Day weekend, was out with my roommate, and we had heard that Snoop
Is it in
was
San Diego?
in San Diego.
Okay.
Yep. At Oxford nightclub.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's a good
yeah.
place.
Intimate. It's like
Yeah.
nice.
No, I've been there.
know, it's
I've
cool.
been there a lot.
It's a cool vibe.
I like that spot. I like that spot.
So we had gone out the night before at Oxford, right? And so we're like, back to back, that's a lot. But we're like, we heard Snoop's supposed to be there, but there's no way because that place is super small, right?
Yeah, and you got to get you
Like-
got to go in the little side
Yeah.
door. To
I
get
was
in
like,
the
there's no way
elevator.
that Snoop is gonna be there. And so
Snoop
we're like,
double G.
so yeah, so we're there. I mean, it's like 10 p.m. We're like, you want to go? And we're like, sure.
See.
Yes. So we show up and we get there and I'm like, I really got to go to the bathroom. Like, we got to do it now before apparently Snoop's coming out, right?
See?
So I'm walking to the bathrooms. Literally, Snoop Dogg's right in front of me. I'm like, oh shit, I'm not going to the bathroom anymore, I guess.
I'm
No.
going to hold it. I'm going to hold it. I don't need to go that bad.
Yeah.
So I'm getting pushed, like his bodyguards are pushing, right? I end up getting pushed to his like VIP section. And Allison, my roommate, was nowhere to be found. She was not pushed to the VIP section. I'm texting her. I'm like, yo, I'm right next to Snoop Dogg. I'm not going to move. Like, I'll meet up with you afterwards. She's like, oh, that's sick. Yeah, stay there.
Do your thing, pimpin'. Do you, boo-boo. Get it.
So he performs. He's doing his thing. And they make room for him to exit. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to ask him for a picture.
Yeah.
Right? So I stop. I'm like, yo, Snoop, can I get a picture? He turns. We take a picture. I had this, like, I don't know, something come over me that was like, follow him.
Not creepy at all. Snoop.
Yo, I'm from Mass too. Don't mind the creepy intro.
Shout out Brian.
Fucking Brian.
So you follow Snoop.
So I snap the pic and I just slip in right behind him. And I'm thinking, worst case scenario, they tell me, yo, leave. And so I'm walking behind him and he's got a posse of like
The
girls
homies.
and
Yeah.
guys and like girls that they select. Right?
Yeah.
So girls that they've literally like looked in the crowd
bad
and
bitches.
they're like, you are coming
Yeah.
with us.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those girls.
They're 11s on
Yeah.
like a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't select me, but I selected them. So
Hey, all love.
I grabbed this girl's hand and I'm like, I'm with you guys. And she's like, okay. And so we walk by. The bodyguard's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm with them. He's like, all right, we'll go. And I'm like, okay. And then I find myself in an elevator with all these girls and Snoop and his son and whatever going, and his bodyguards go in another elevator. And I still don't know where I'm going at this point. And so
Not dangerous at all.
Serious. It kind of sounds like
Yeah,
somewhat
but
sketchy.
yeah,
but it's cool. No, so I'm texting my roommate. I'm like, yo, and the girls are talking. They're like, we're going to Snoop's hotel room. And I'm like, no freaking way. Is that really happening right now? And I'm texting her. I'm like, I think I'm going to Snoop Dogg's hotel room. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I'll text you. Just like,
Hold that thought. I'll be right back.
I was like, here's my location. And so we
Drop
go,
a pin.
Yeah, drop a pin. We go up. They literally like take all of our phones because they don't want people posting stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to be
right?
Instagramming.
Yeah, Instagramming, and they're like, ladies, you'll get your phones back as soon as you leave. Like, you can leave at any time, but if you want to leave, you'll get your phones
Did
back.
you smoke with Snoop?
Yeah.
Shut the.
It is the best experience of my entire life.
Shut the fuck up.
So
Sorry,
this
I didn't
is what
mean to
happens.
Cut you off just now.
I walk in and I'm like, that is literally Snoop Dogg. He's on the couch. And so we're all next to him and I sit right next to him. And he passes me a blunt. And I'm smoking with Snoop Dogg. And I'm like, this is not real. This is not real. And I'm like, Claire, remember, etch this into your brain because you will tell your grandchildren this story.
You smoked a blunt with
I
Snoop
smoked
Dogg.
a blunt. And even better.
She sang with Snoop Dogg.
What
So
do you mean you sang?
listen to this.
She sings, bro.
Well, like regularly, or are you just
Yeah.
saying because he had karaoke on?
No.
No.
Like I like to sing.
Okay.
So they put on his beats, not his songs, like his beats.
Yeah, because he's a DJ too. He just
Yeah.
plays beats. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're putting on his beats, and he starts freestyling, and I'm sitting next to him, like Katie Snoop Dogg right now. He's like
That's what's up.
rapping. He's
Yo, what's good, my G? What's good, my G?
Let's keep it real.
he's rapping, and also they smoke so much. Snoop Dogg smokes
See it.
an absurd amount. So I don't smoke that much, and I'm like, oh God, Claire, keep it together. Like, don't fall over. So he's rapping, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go for it. And I start like singing, and he turns and he's like, oh shit, she can sing. And then we started freestyling together. So he's rapping, I'm singing. Again, insane. I was like, is this real life? Is this real life? And the biggest regret that I ever have in my entire life is that I didn't have my business cards on me, because I could have been Snoop Dogg's personal physical therapist.
Dude, you really could have, because he has a personal blunt roller.
Oh my God. Yeah, dang.
I could have been in there.
Yo, like a celebrity chef, a celebrity physical therapist.
Seriously.
He's like, my neck hurt. Yo, nephew, like, come rub my neck real quick. You know what I mean?
It was so funny. But it was like he's awesome guy, down to earth. Like I never felt like uncomfortable or like this is a sketchy situation.
Yeah.
It was super chill. And at the end of the
He's
night,
Uncle Snoop.
yeah, at the end of the night, they were like, all right, it's Snoop Dogg's bedtime, ladies, like line up and say goodbye. We literally lined up and like he gave each one of us like a hug and kiss goodbye. And then I walked out of there and I was like, what just happened?
I'm not gonna lie, smoking a blunt with Snoop is on my bucket list.
It's like,
that's like 100%.
I tell people that I still can't believe it happened. I called my parents and I was like,
Yeah.
guess what just happened? I was like, first of all, disclaimer, I'm okay. I'm safe.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. But I smoked with Snoop Dogg. And they were like, what?
Tough. You know that's tight when your parents know who Snoop Dogg is.
Right.
They're like, whoa, really?
Yeah.
They're like, I'm jelly right now. You know? Dude, I have I've seen Snoop a couple times. I've seen him in the Bay Area, but there was I was at it's called Agenda Trade Show. It's a skateboarding trade show. Action sports, whatever.
Yeah.
And my homie Tosh, he's a professional skateboarder. His wife, Nicole, I don't know where Tosh was at some point, but like, I might have just been with them, but it was like, yo, Snoop Dogg's going to perform tonight at the Long Beach Bowl. So you go into this bowling alley and we're like,
cool.
yo, what the fuck? Like, Snoop's going to perform here? Yeah, he's going to perform here. Okay. So me, Tosh, and his wife, Nicole, I think they were married at that point. No baby yet, but we like go in there and we're standing there and Snoop comes out. And I was just like, oh shit.
Right.
He doesn't say one fucking word. He just DJ'd the
Oh,
whole
shit.
fucking
Whoa,
night.
that's
Didn't say one word. But then Tosh, at this point, I mean, he's like regular hair now, but when he was pro skateboarder, like gnarly, just killing the game, he had these gnarly blonde dreadlocks, and he had them pulled back, and he had all this weed on him, and he's like, "Yo, we're smoking here." And so me and his wife, like, we're smoking, and like Tosh passes it back to me and Nicole, and we're, puffing, whatever. And then like some big ass Samoan comes out the fucking woodwork and just grabs our joint and stomps on it, and puts it out. He's like, "You can't smoke in here." We're like, "All right," but Nicole, being the savage that she was, she fucking grabs it off the ground. And she's like.
Dust
It was
off.
so fat. It was so fat. Shout out to both Nicole Townend and Tosh Townend for rolling the fattest fucking joints ever. She like puffs it back up. She's like, "Let's go over to the bathroom. We'll puff it over there." And I was
Oh
like,
my God.
"Okay." And so there's
Badass.
this long ass fucking line to get into the girls' bathroom.
oh,
and
obviously.
all the time.
and there's
There's-
nothing for the guys, but like me and Nicole go over it because Tosh is like, "Yeah, just go over there, go smoke. It's cool." Me and Nicole go in like the middle area, and she just fucking pulls it out, and we just smoked right in front of the bathroom, like in front of everybody. Boom, like passing it back and forth. I'm like,
Quit.
yo,
Quit.
dude, not even quitting. Like we were just having conversation. Like, yeah, like so that was crazy, right? I can't believe homeboy just stomped on that. Damn, like
Yeah.
not maybe that exact conversation, but it was along those lines.
Yeah.
And but then Wiz Khalifa came out, and
What?
this is when like when Wiz Khalifa still had his like little blonde strip. And he
Oh
had
my
just
God.
Started doing black and yellow.
Oh shoot.
Oh my God.
So he comes out, and so like Snoop doesn't say anything, and all of a sudden like Wiz Khalifa walks out, and I'm looking at Tosh and Nicole. I was like, bro, that's Wiz Khalifa, like black and yellow, black and yellow.
Hello, yeah.
And then so he comes out, and he's just. They were smoking fine. They're on the
Oh,
fucking stage.
yeah.
They're smoking tough.
Yeah.
Wiz Khalifa's rolling a joint, fucking lights it up, and they're smoking. And then somebody gives him a mic, and he performs Black and Yellow. He performed like Wake Up and like one other track.
Whoa.
And I was just like, this is so sick.
We're at a bowling alley.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was super intimate. We were right fucking there. And then you just see them just passing joints back and forth to each other. I was like,
So
yo,
cool.
Wow.
I loved it.
You were living a life of yes.
Yeah.
Dude, living the life of yes is what I'm about. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I gotta show you
What?
that song after this. All right,
Okay.
well let's wrap it up.
Okay,
Let's-
okay.
We're at an hour 45.
Yeah.
Ladies,
People
tell-
get bored at that point.
No, I think this is. I actually think. To be honest, there's a lot of stuff I still wanted to ask you about, like bodily movements and or not bodily
Yeah.
movements, but like
Bodily-
body movements.
Bodily fluids.
No, and other doctor things.
Yo, you go to Squatty Potty though. I
Dude,
appreciate that.
the squatty potty's where it's at.
Yo,
though.
Katie introduced me
You're
to
not the
that.
first person
Yo.
to comment on that.
Yo, you need one. If you haven't tried it,
Get there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Squatty potty. I'm
Yeah.
open for sponsorship. Holla
Yeah.
at me.
Holler. I mean, it's natural.
No, yeah.
Yo.
My mom
No.
used it. She's like, I'm sold.
Yeah. Her
Shout
mom
out,
was,
Mom.
Her mom was like, "What is this plastic thing that's wrapped
Like,
around the
it's
toilet?"
ugly.
Yeah, that's a waste of space.
And then she poops.
And then
Yeah.
yo,
Yeah.
My mom is going to hate me for this.
Shout out, moms.
Yeah.
Shout out, moms. But that's what I'm saying, though. But my point was that I feel like we've just been vibing way too
Yeah.
hard. where we've just been like,
There's better stories than
Dude.
body movements.
you were
Or
like,
bodily fluids.
you're like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to talk. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to talk,
Yeah.
Katie. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yo, not a problem.
Yeah,
Not a
yeah.
problem. All right, tell the people where they can find y'all at, whether at Select Physical Therapy or just your personal Instagrams or whatever.
Yo, first off, follow San Diego DPT on Instagram. You
All
can-
one word?
Yeah, San Diego DPT, all one word.
DPT.
Yep, as in
DPT.
Doctor of Physical Therapy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's our like company select San Diego, our clinic's Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, you were.
I was featured on
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I didn't
that
even ask you about that exercise. That's what I wanted to ask about. Okay.
A cool exercise. You can probably find it.
We'll make it a
somewhere.
highlight.
Yeah. You can follow me on Instagram, just Katie_Jones with 3 S's, because there's a lot of us out there.
Yep. And then I'm Physiclaire_therapy.
Best
Dude.
handle ever.
When I was making your thing for Caffeine and Green today, I was
Yeah.
all Physiclaire Therapy. I was like,
Yo,
that's
I know.
actually pretty good.
My
though.
older sister literally goes, Claire has the best handle ever. And I was like, I know, no one can compete with that.
Physiclaire Therapy.
Physiclaire
Yeah.
therapy.
Yeah.
Okay, before I want to get it on here, just because that is one of the questions I actually had
Okay.
for both of you, because I understand it was a mutual effort for that exercise that you guys designed
Mm-hmm.
for me specifically.
Yep.
The skate exercise.
Yeah.
The skater boy exercise.
Skater boy.
With an 8 and an I.
I.
B-O-I.
Yeah, like Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This past Saturday at the skate shop, at the fucking coffee shop,
Yeah.
I played Skater Boy and I played It's Complicated by Avril Lavigne.
Heck yeah. That
Inspired
was
by
my
y'all.
first concert.
Ever?
Ever. Avril Lavigne.
One hell of a first concert.
Wow, I feel dated. You're 26, I'm 33.
It's not that.
That's not that far.
yeah.
But my first concert was Barry Manilow. I'm talking about Avril Lavigne.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck?
That's hilarious.
All right, I'm sorry. So,
Your
yes,
exercise.
the exercise.
Yeah. No, I mean, she was like, yo, I want to replicate him skating, but like on an uneven surface, and like you have foot, ankle, calf issues. So we kind of like combined
I
our
was
minds.
like dynamic balance, where your ankle is like constantly working, but I wanted you to like practice your pull, like
Yeah,
your
like the
push.
arm,
Yeah,
the momentum,
yeah, yeah.
essentially. Yeah.
Yeah. And we like played around with a couple different boards. So I was like on a wobble board and I was like, oh, this would be good. Like kind of all right. And she was like, oh, wait, like we used to do this one for a
patient that was doing
paddleboarder.
stand-up paddleboarding.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's like, you put the half foam roller on top of like this aerobic step. And I was like, okay, yeah. And it wasn't wobbly enough. I was like, I'm not sure that that hit it. Then Pete comes in.
Pete.
Goes,
Shout out, Pete.
Yeah. He goes, why don't you just do it on the foam roller, the half foam roller? And I was like, that's a brilliant idea.
And so
Dude.
3 minds came up with that exercise,
yeah.
which is now labeled Skater,
Skater
Boy.
boy.
Dude, okay, but I don't know if Katie told you though, Claire.
What?
I DM'd her because that day, after
No.
you filmed it,
Yeah.
and I reposted it, I got hit up by multiple
No
homies.
way.
Yeah. And I
Shoot.
DM'd her like first thing in the morning. I was like, I had to share this with you. But I took like snapshots of just like one homie, but I got hit up by hella homies. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
Right.
what is that exercise?
Right.
And other things. So, dude, hella my skate homies were really intrigued by what she was doing. I was like, yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, she's a genius. She came up with it. Like, but yo, on the real. So I think that, I mean, it definitely was sore a little bit afterwards, but it was so realistic to actually how loose my trucks are that I was like, damn, this is pretty fucking legit. I'm not gonna lie. And then you had the slider.
Slider
Yeah,
The
yeah.
slider board
with the sock on. So then it was like actually like you felt like
It's
you
hard.
were moving,
That was
kind
a
of.
freaking hard exercise.
Dude.
You killed it.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you
But
did.
it-
You
but
did.
it wasn't even that I was killing it though. You did such a good job, all three of you, with replicating not only the feel of how loose my trucks were, but with like the actual movement of a skating, that it wasn't that I was killing it. It's just, it's so natural. That's the actual movement.
Yeah.
Yo. You guys need to go there. If you ever need to go to physical therapy,
Select PT.
Select
Yeah.
PT, specifically Claire
Yeah.
and Dr. Katie right here.
Yeah. We're at
They-
the Claremont location.
Yeah.
At Claremont Mesa, right? By
Yeah.
Mesa College.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Dude, you know what's crazy is that when I was getting when they were allowed, like my insurance was like, okay, you should go here. They made me go to another one, and they were all, oh, they have the most availability. I was like, okay. But then I called them and like, oh, we don't have availability for like 2 weeks. Call the Claremont Mesa one, and then I talked to Dulce.
Yeah.
And
She's like, we'll get you in tomorrow.
yeah, she was like, when do you need to go in? I was like,
Building my caseload. I'm wide open, peeps.
dude. I was like, like I'll go in on Tuesday. They're like, all right, cool.
See you then.
Boom, and that was it. And it's hella close to down here. So,
Mm-hmm.
yo, shout out. I just want to say, you know, in the spirit of the gratitude bracelets
Yeah.
and saying how I appreciate and thank
Yeah.
you, I just want to say to both of you on the real, because you helped her. You working on me, ladies. Thank you so much for not only being on the show, but for helping me get back to 100. Still need some time, but we're almost there.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
I
thank you for
appreciate
having
you
us.
guys.
I know, no.
This is so awesome.
know.
We don't do things like this. So.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
well,
I'm very appreciative. This
Dude.
is awesome.
Appreciate y'all so much. And you know, I always tell my guests is like, just because you're on here once, it automatically means you're definitely coming back on.
Oh,
Sweet.
heck yes.
And both of you will come back on at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Of
Of
course. Duh. But all right. Well, we already gave the Instagrams.
Yeah.
Anything else? Last words, ladies? Shout outs.
Shout out.
Dude.
Oh,
we-
shout out to Bree, our boss, who just got married yesterday.
yeah.
in
Yo,
Banff,
congratulations,
Canada.
Bree.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Congratulations.
She's the reason why we're here. So.
Yep.
True that.
Any other? Twin sisters,
Yo,
fams.
yeah.
fam.
You know, fam.
Fam,
Fam
bam.
Whoa.
New Jersey, Massachusetts, and the homie. Thank you for writing those lyrics.
Yeah, welcome to the hotel if you want to hear more about me.
Song is called
Through
Maybe.
song, yeah.
Yep. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for coming through, and ladies, I'll see you very soon.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah,
Thanks,
yeah.
Connor.
All right.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.